Hello, everybody, and welcome to The Night Owl, a show that we do twice a week where we talk about all the latest in pop culture news, TV and movie reviews, gaming news, and just the general conversations of the day. For those who don't know me, I am Price of Reason, and with me, as always, is my co host, Professor R2. How's it going, Professor?
Price of Reason on the scene.
On the scene.
Yeah. No, I'm doing well. It's been a busy day. Things are starting to get busy around here as we approach the holidays and so on. So, there's all of that going on. Plus, streaming with Robot Head earlier this evening was nice to get an
It
invite.
has been
Nice
a
to hang out.
busy, busy day. Yeah, a lot of strange developments today. And yes, it was fun streaming with Robot Head. That's great. I only regret I had to jump off in the last few
Yep.
minutes for the Quantum Leap stream.
Yep.
But yeah, it's one of those days I've been actually streaming from 3 p.m. starting with
Yeah.
Nerd Wars,
Yep. And then Price getting his invite to open bar with the drinker.
which again
Very
was a big
nice.
honor for me.
Yeah.
I'm still sort of trying to process it, but all I can say is that I'm very grateful and honor to be invited. I It's a show that I've watched many times, and obviously Critical Drinker, I watch his channel and have been for a long time, so all I can say is that I'm very, very thankful and grateful for the invitation, and, hopefully I was at least, hopefully I at least my presence was somewhat okay there.
I thought you did well. I thought
Who
it was
knows?
good. Jeremy was really overbearing. He was
Well,
like talking over everybody and stuff,
yeah,
but he's got a lot of energy. He's a high energy guy. So
I like Jeremy. I like Jeremy.
I
I
do
want to
too.
tell you, and especially I was on the stream and I like him. Uh, Jeremy is a guy that I've seen him from such an early stage create what he's created, and I can't not appreciate. You can maybe like what his content is, not like it. You like his thing or no, don't like it. I really respect what he's put together. I remember those early days that he would just sit there, make very simple videos and upload them. And not that today I think he does much different, but I think he's gotten very good. He sometimes does these streams that he can just talk by himself for hours, and there are people there, and he interacts with them. And you need a certain gift to do that. It's not. It seems you think, oh, anybody can do that, but it's not true. It's not that anybody can do that. And I appreciate him. I enjoyed being on the stream with him. I didn't have any issue. He said a lot of things that I thought were good, and from time to time, hopefully, I weighed in and somebody enjoyed what I was saying.
Hmm.
But people are saying stuff in the chat. Uh, in any case, I did the best I could, and hopefully, people enjoyed it. And like I said, regardless of anything, I really enjoyed the experience, and I love the response that I've been getting from people like here in the chat and things like that. I appreciate everything. And then, of course, we went on Robot Head stream, and I love streaming with him. So just a great day overall.
Hmm. Yeah.
And
Great day, but a busy one.
and yeah, and I want to say this also. NMNM says Jeremy went out of his way to let Price speak. It was very human. I agree. Just so you know that there was one time in that stream that I was actually thinking of saying something and I didn't say it. And Jeremy, without me saying a word, he stopped and he said, "Price, you were going to say something."
Yep.
And I said, "I don't know how you knew that, but yes." Like, I didn't even get to the point where I was about to say it, and he gave me that, courtesy, and I really did wanna say something, so, yeah, like I said, he is a character, and, I've been in these circles for many years, and he has too. A lot of people have met a lot of people over the years, but Jeremy is a guy that I first talked to maybe 7 years ago. We've been circling these waters for a long time. Even you, Professor R2. Once, I don't remember, I looked at an old tweet. I found an old tweet of mine for something, and I looked, and you had responded to it. It's like, and that's before we ever did a stream together or anything. We've been kind of in the same place for a very long time, if you get what I'm saying.
Sure.
Yeah, this is my fifth
Yeah.
stream in a row.
Yeah.
It started with, I think so. I don't even know anymore. It started with Nerd Wars, went to Open Bar, went to Robot Head, went to Quantum Leap, and this is the fifth one.
Yep.
Yes, all on a day that I kind of have a sore throat, but hopefully I'm pulling through somehow.
I think you sound fine. Yep.
Thank you for
Yeah.
everybody for the positive comments.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I like you guys. You guys are usually here with me, and I don't take that for granted. We you know, we get invited to different places, and all of that is great. And I'm always honored, to be invited to places. But I don't take for granted that we sit here and we do our stream, and there's usually this nice group of people that hangs out with us, and they're the guys that are there every time that we do something. And I like I said, I don't take that for granted. Anyhow, it's been a day. What's going on in the world? I saw that Trump has been getting into trouble. He said some stuff. He had like rhetorics that people were upset about. First of all, he
Oh, yes.
talked to some reporter, and what did he call her? Toots? What? No, Piggy. He
Piggy.
called her. I don't know why he called her
Quiet
Piggy.
piggy.
The thing is, at this point, like, it's the type of headline that I kind of just shrug. It's like none of this surprises me. Whatever you put there that he called her, like, I'm not even surprised. It's this point, like, Trump is going to come out and do some weird thing like that, so I'm not really losing any sleep over it. The other thing was something. There was something else. Something about Democrats he said they said his rhetoric was kind of threatening, physically or something like that.
Yes. Yeah. So, they, well, which should we want to start with first? So, the quiet piggy thing. I was going to share this real quick. Oh, presentation so we can share it.
Oh, hold on one second.
Yep.
Okay, here.
Yeah, there we go. It's a quick clip.
Sir, yeah, Jennifer, go ahead. Go ahead. Incriminating in the fight, sir. Why not acting as if Sir, yeah, Jennifer, go ahead. Incriminating in the fight, sir. Why not acting as if
So that is that is supposedly the comment. Now, some people are saying he did not say Piggy, or that if he did, it's a nickname because some. Oh no,
Peggy.
this is Jebber Fauci. This is a joke
Oh, okay.
post. So, I maybe that's probably not who he was talking.
So did he
about. But
say
anyway.
quiet? I don't know. Did he say quiet piggy? I could barely hear it, actually.
I mean, that's what it sounds like he says. What he's saying, but I don't really care.
No,
People
I'm
are
not
clear-
losing any sleep over this.
Some
anyways.
people are clearly very upset about it, but I really don't care. It's the mainstream media. It's just ridiculous reporters who are incredibly privileged and sometimes very nasty. And clearly he was talking to one reporter and another reporter was trying to talk over her. And so he was telling them to be quiet. I don't know. It seems so silly. Whatever. Okay. Oh, he's so disrespectful to women. He's a nasty person, whatever. I'm like, you know what's really disrespectful to women? Letting men invade their bathrooms and other private spaces. I think that's what it's really disrespectful to women.
I mean, I feel like they're always looking to latch on to something. I at this point, I know that Trump is kind of wacky. This isn't the type of wackiness that I lose sleep over. He says weird things. I mean, at this point, if he didn't say weird things, I would be surprised. I would think something happened. I would think that there's something wrong.
What was going on. Yeah.
I would think that there's something wrong. The only way now that I know that everything's fine is that he says weird things, and calling somebody a piggy or whatever. I don't know. I think this is there's other things to discuss that are more urgent, but there was something that he had rhetoric against Democrats that they were saying that this was very harsh rhetoric.
Yeah. So this has been going around. People have been talking about this. So yesterday, um, some Democrats released a video essentially saying and encouraging members of the military to disobey President Trump's orders, saying if his orders are illegal, then you should disobey them because you're supposed to be deferential to the Constitution, not to not to the president, whatever. Um, and so if I'm trying to see if I could find that. But all I'm finding right now are new things today with all the Democrats coming out saying that he threatened he threatened his people. He said he was going to put Democratic senators to death. Which is not what he said. Uh, he said that they were engaging in seditious behavior. And then, yes, one of the potential things that can be done about, when with sedition, if you're trying someone for sedition, one of the potential punishments is death. And that's even what he said, punishable by. He did not say put these people to death. It's not what, he didn't say that. I'm just trying to find the original video from the Democrats here.
There's a reason. Did you see the clip of Larry Elder when he was asked if he was embarrassed about Trump? I don't even know what you're talking about. It's been a long day for me. Mary White, I just want to answer this question. I think that a lot of times after open bar, they sort of conceal that stream. Later, sometimes it appears on another channel in different parts or clips or something. So I don't know if there's an easy way to watch it. Sometimes maybe they've shared a link before. Maybe there's a way. I don't, somebody else could tell you, but I know that sometimes they remove it. It's okay though. You're hanging out with me now, and that's you're getting the same kind of vibe, at least as far as far as I'm concerned. Price of Reason on the scene.
On the scene.
Producer
So-
price. It's producer
Yeah,
price.
producer price. Yeah. So this, of course, all people on the left just going absolutely, ape caca over this, just losing their minds, saying, "Oh, he threatened to kill members of Congress." And so here's the video that they originally released yesterday that made everyone angry.
I'm Senator Alyssa Slotkin.
Senator Mark Kelly.
Representative Chris DeLuzio.
Congresswoman Maggie Goodlander.
Representative Chrissy Houlihan.
Congressman Jason Crow. I was a captain in the United States Navy.
Former CIA officer.
Former Navy.
Former paratrooper and Army Ranger.
Former intelligence officer.
Former Air Force.
We want to speak directly to members of the military
And the intelligence community.
who take risks each day.
To keep Americans safe.
We know you are under enormous stress and pressure right now.
Americans trust their military.
But that trust is at risk.
This administration is pitting our uniformed military
And intelligence community professionals.
against American citizens. Like us, you all swore an oath.
To protect and defend this Constitution.
Right now, the threats to our Constitution aren't just coming from abroad,
But from right here at home. Our laws are clear. You can refuse illegal orders.
You can refuse illegal orders.
you must refuse illegal orders.
No one has to carry out orders that violate the law.
Or our Constitution.
We know this is hard and that it's a difficult time to be a public servant.
But whether you're serving in the CIA,
In the Army,
Our Navy,
The Air Force.
your vigilance is critical.
and know that we have your back.
Because now, more than ever,
The American people need you.
We need you to stand up for our laws.
our Constitution,
and who we are as Americans. Don't give up.
don't give up.
Don't give up.
Don't give up the ship.
Okay. So a lot of people have been, commenting on this one way or another, saying, no, there's no problem with this. They're blah, 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 whatever. This isn't saying what you say, it's saying whatever. They're saying and then of course we've got absolutely hyperbolic responses to this since let's see, let me find real quick so here's one of Trump's things, but this is a follow-up to a previous post that he made. Okay, so he was talking about the Democratic veterans urging service members to refuse unspecified unlawful orders, which is correct. They basically are saying you need to that it's up to individuals in the military to decide what they think is a lawful or unlawful order. And so what he is saying is, no, that's not how it works. This is sedition. You are actively encouraging the military to, members of the military to disobey orders. And so his response to that says it's called seditious behavior at the highest level. Each one of these traitors to our country should be arrested and put on trial. This is what he says: arrested and put on trial. Their words cannot be allowed to stand. We must have it. We won't have a country anymore. An example must be set. And then he followed that up after saying arrested and put on trial. He followed that up with the other post here: seditious behavior punishable by death. So of course, how are the Democrats running with this? How are the progressives running with this? Well, we've got Jason Crow here, who.
This morning, President Donald Trump threatened to have me arrested and executed simply for reminding our service members of their oaths to follow the Constitution and to defend the rule of law. I've taken many oaths throughout my life as a combat veteran, a paratrooper, an Army Ranger, and now as a member of Congress. That is a lifetime oath for me. I will never stop defending it and upholding that sacred obligation. It's very telling that President Trump and those around him think it's criminal simply for asking people to follow the law. This moment requires moral clarity. Every American, regardless of your background, should unite and reject his calls for political violence.
He didn't call for political violence in any way, shape, or form. This is so dumb. I'm so tired of them just blowing everything he says completely out of whack. Just it's so.
Well, they like to, because they are usually the ones encouraging violence. They love to try to flip the script, but it looks like they're kind of reaching here.
Yeah, this morning, the president of the United States publicly called for the execution of 6 members of Congress. No, he didn't. You're completely making this stuff up. It's nonsense. We get others here. Here's Jeffries.
The House and the Senate. It's extraordinary to me. We had patriotic members of the House and the Senate have their lives threatened by Donald Trump.
No, they weren't.
In the most unhinged, unacceptable, unconscionable, and un-American way. Disgusting and dangerous what Donald Trump has said in accusing patriotic members of Congress and the Senate who served this country well of treason and suggesting they should be killed. That's disgusting.
No, he didn't. God, so this over the top, just ridiculousness.
That's what it looks like, yeah.
What
was that? What happened with Caroline Leavitt?
This video here.
Is it funny?
We'll hear more about that later. Thank you.
That's Democrats in that video. That's actually not what they said.
Okay,
we'll hear more about that later.
I'm not sure. I don't know if I
think it was just her walking off. I don't think. Yeah, then we get Newswire. Trump does not want to execute members of Congress, White House says. Well, that's because that's what the Democrats are saying. They're saying he wants to execute Congress. He did not say that. He said
I don't think he said
sedition arrest and bring to trial, sedition is punishable by death, which is a factual statement. It is. Does Trump get hyperbolic and ridiculous sometimes? Of course he does. I think we basically expect that from him. But it's ridiculous to try and think, or to try and frame this as he threatened to execute members of Congress. It's ridiculous. I love Chuck Schumer losing his mind. This is great.
Mr. President.
That's always fun, yeah.
Democrat leaders recognized. Earlier today, Donald Trump shared a post on Truth Social calling for Democratic members of Congress to be hanged. He also posted a message that said, seditious behavior, punishable by death. Let's be crystal clear. The President of the United States is calling for the execution of elected officials. This is an outright threat, and it's deadly serious. We have already seen what happens when Donald Trump tells his followers that his political opponents are enemies of the state. Every time Donald Trump posts things like this, he makes political violence more likely. None of us should tolerate this kind of behavior. We all remember what January 6th was like. We lived through January 6th. We have lived through the assassination and attempted assassinations this year.
But what does that have to do with what Trump said? He was the one who tried to.
No,
the only people who have died, the only people who have been assassinated have been conservatives.
Only conservatives,
the only president who was a shot was taken at was a Republican.
Right. This is what I'm trying to say.
It's Trump, saying it that you does it. No, it's you spending every hour of every day calling conservatives Nazis and going out of your way mustache men, going out of your way to say all sorts of nasty, horrible things about them, call them threats to democracy, threats to our government. Like it's ridiculous.
So yeah, the thing is that they're obviously they're trying to combat the narrative that they are violent, and they're trying to use this thing that, like, he said some silly thing, and they're trying to turn it into something bigger than it is. I think this. He has strange rhetoric, and he is kind of wacky, but I honestly don't think that he meant whatever they're claiming here. But it's not going to stop them from saying all this, I guess.
Oh no, of course it's not. No. Republicans, Mike Johnson refuses to condemn Trump's call for execution of Democratic lawmakers because that's not what he said.
No, he didn't say it.
I don't know. Yeah, let's just see if there's anything else in here. What's this from? Here, it's a short clip.
Of the president and the vice president, for that matter, have accused the other side of encouraging political violence. Isn't that exactly what the president is doing when he says that members of Congress should be killed?
Why aren't you talking about what these members of Congress are doing to encourage and incite violence? They are literally saying to 1.3 million active duty service members not to defy the chain of command, not to follow lawful orders.
Actually,
every single
can refuse an illegal order, which
but
is
they're suggesting, Nancy, that the president has given illegal orders, which he has not. Every single order that is given to this United States military by this commander-in-chief and through this chain of command, through the Secretary of War, is lawful. And the courts have proven that. This administration has an unparalleled record at the Supreme Court because we are following the laws. We don't defy court orders. We do things by the books. And to suggest and encourage that active duty service members defy the chain of command is a very dangerous thing for sitting members of Congress to do. And they should be held accountable. And that's what the president wants to see. Phil.
Yep. Istvos did point out there were 2 Democrats in Minnesota that were Minecrafted. But it was by someone who was who was a Democrat. So, yeah. It's yeah. Anyway, yeah. So that's the whole thing.
Was there anything else political? Because I've been so busy all day. Was there anything else interesting? You usually know a little more than me. I feel like all I saw was that they were bickering about this, but I didn't see more than that.
So there was that stuff going on. Let me look and see if there was anything
If
else.
it's Jeffrey Lift stuff, we don't have to go into it because also
Yeah, no, there's more stuff going on with that, but it's all very
it is redacted. It isn't
it's
redacted. They will release.
yeah,
They won't
yeah,
release.
and it's going to take time for it to actually be released. But Trump did call their bluff on it. He signed it. He said, "Yep, okay, fine." And they're gonna go through and release it. It's got like a 30-day window that they have to meet for redactions and then release. So yeah, I'm gonna say I saw something earlier today about how the DNC is still like out in debt. They're like like horribly in debt. Oh, here you go. I can share here just briefly. Cash-strapped DNC takes on $15 million in loans. They're still trying to pay back all the money that they spent on Kamala's campaign.
Wow, you think that $15 million is something that they have within their
You'd
war
think.
chest or whatever you want to call it? I mean, it's a lot for me, but you think for that party it isn't that much, supposedly.
The National Committee framed the line of credit as an early investment in boosting candidates in New Jersey and Virginia earlier this month to help build up state parties ahead of next year's midterms. But the need for a loan still puts the DNC in a sharp contrast with its GOP counterpart, the RNC, which was sitting at $86 million at the end of September. So they're so strapped for cash they have to take out loans. The DNC is sitting on a war chest of $86 million. So,
Oh, hey,
yeah.
Sean, are you around? I'm sending you an invite, Sean. I hope he's around.
Yeah.
Probably isn't,
yeah.
but let me see.
You know, other political things. Yeah,
Sean,
I
check
haven't
your
really
DMs.
seen too much else political today.
Check your DMs, Sean. I don't know if he's still around. He probably ran away. But if you're still here, Sean, I sent you something.
Is that a weight joke? Around.
Anyways,
Yeah.
it'll be so surreal if Sean shows up. I feel like we haven't
my.
seen him in ages.
Let's see. I don't think I really have any anything else like politics wise. I do know that it sounds like they're already kind of winding down some of the Homeland Security operations in North Carolina. But doesn't mean they're gone for good, just kind of wrapping up some of their bigger push in there. Let's see. Anything else?
6. Do you ever criticize Trump or cover anything negative about him? You know, there's times that even now when I'll say, like, he certainly does have a wacky rhetoric. It's not the kind of rhetoric that I would use. But at the same time, you kind of look and you think about the alternative, and I don't know. What are you going to do?
We're going to have a wild Sean Crummell
another way.
who's going to
What'd you
pop
say?
in.
Oh,
we're going to have a
Sean,
Sean
how's it going?
Crummell who pops in and tells us what he thinks of Trump.
He's going to leave the second.
The look says it all. And then he leaves. He's gone. Oh, I'm just kidding.
I barely know what's going on in the world. How's it going?
He is a character, and he is certainly an acquired taste, and I understand all of that. I've said before, it's not that I have like a ton of posters of like his poster on my wall and things like that, but at the end of the day, I generally speaking, when there's somebody that's elected president, I'm rooting for that guy to do well, especially that I'm more kind of a middle of the road guy. In his case, I understand he has a lot of, his behavior is kind of non-traditional, but at the same time, I guess all I can think of is that until he came around now, we had like a guy that seemed to not even know what was going on around him. So, do I prefer a person, I guess, that knows what's going on than one that quite literally doesn't know what's going on? I guess I do.
Yeah. There was something else I saw earlier today. Isphobos reminded me of it. Did you see the thing about the millions of dollars in taxpayer money that was being funneled to
Oh yes,
a
there was
Somali
something.
terror
I
group?
saw that. You could tell us more about that.
Here, I'll just share this story here I've got from. So I had read something about this earlier today. I can just kind of talk about it here. Millions of of dollars in taxpayer money stolen as part of a series of massive Minnesota welfare fraud schemes may have been funneled to the Somali terror group Al-Shabaab, according to a report. And it talks about basically how there were a bunch of these different scams that happened where there was oh gosh, it doesn't actually list it in here, but there was this Feed the Future scheme that happened a while back that their prosecutors are working on this. There's basically these were mental health care centers, mostly where they were looking at this. They were looking at all of this state funding that had gone into these different centers to help with children with autism, if I remember correctly. It doesn't really have it listed in here in this story. I'd have to go see if I can find another one, but I think it was like for autism. And so there were a whole bunch of kids, Somali children, who were being improperly diagnosed, and then they were paying off the families to let them diagnose their kids, because they could give the kid, they'd pay off the families, give them $500, $1,000, something like that. And then they would get thousands and thousands of dollars that would come in to those centers to pay for their quote unquote treatment. And then they were taking those things, and then they were taking all that money, and then they were funneling that off to other groups elsewhere, specifically funneling those off to some groups in Somalia. And it's believed that some of that money found its way into Al-Shabaab. So
why isn't
pretty
anyone
wild.
Why doesn't anyone ever funnel money to me?
I don't know.
Right. Nobody ever gives us money, Professor.
We never even offer it.
I walk around and I show people a funnel. I'm like, come on.
I mean, if they gave me millions of dollars, I would at least, do something for them.
You hear them out.
Yeah.
I think they have a better shot at getting stuff done if they give me the money.
Mm-hmm. You definitely won't run away.
I won't run away, and I won't try to do bad things with it, I think.
You'd have to come up with a new identity for your already secret identity. You'd have to have a new character, maybe a koala bear.
He has that. He's dressed up as Darkman.
I am dressed up as Darkman. But by the way, since I think we've covered most of the politics stuff today, I guess I wanted to tell you, Sean, that I've seen Wicked Part 2.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
And it's sort of strange because I did this the first time and I did it again. Last year, I saw an early screening, and I sat there, and it was filled with a lot of ladies that seemed very pleased, and me. And there was such a contrast. I assumed that if you had a camera, you do a panning shot. You have all these ladies cheering and happy and singing, and then you see me, and I'm so miserable. I'm so miserable sitting in the theater watching this movie, and the same thing happened now. I didn't understand then, and I still don't understand. Why are they laughing? There's certain parts that they're laughing, but I don't see a joke on screen. See, usually when there's a joke, you laugh. But when I'm looking at it and I don't hear a joke, but these ladies seem happy and they're giggling and laughing, I don't know what they're giggling and laughing about.
I don't know. We had to check the sound in a theater today, and there was the one part where she javelins her broom and then runs up and hoverboards on
Right,
it.
hoverboards on it.
And I was like, what the hell? I've been watching this for like 2 minutes and I already don't understand.
I guess they wanted her to make it look like with the broom cooler, not just that she puts it between her legs. Maybe that's considered naughty or something for some reason. So
But
she has to jump on
immediately,
it like a hoverboard. They totally hoverboarded that broom. I know what you mean. And when I saw it, I was also thinking, why is she hoverboarding this thing?
and
But
then she immediately sweeps it under and rides off normal. And I was like, it's a lot of flourish to just ride away.
Yeah, I'm
It's
not
the
sure
fo-
that Cynthia Erivo knows what to do if she had a broom between her legs.
It's the Phobos was saying they were laughing at Price. They probably were. They
Yeah.
should be laughing that I even was sitting and watching this crap. But I wanna just share with you. Now, keep in mind, anybody that wanted to see Wicked 2, I think I'm gonna just say what I saw in the movie. I know
That's
this
called a
is kind of a
spoiler.
spoiler. I think it's kind of a spoiler, but I don't know. What am I going to do, Sean? I just want to talk about this movie. Do you think I should just go for it?
You could do a quick poll in the chat to
Yeah.
see if anybody actually wants to see it.
Chat, do you guys? I'll just ask. I don't even need a poll. Do you want me to spoil? You know what? I like what you're saying, Sean. Let me do a poll.
I thought you were gonna say, "It's my show. F these kids."
I was about to, but no, I'll do a poll.
Screw them! I'm gonna
you
do what I
suggested a
want.
poll, so let me do a poll. Okay, poll. Should I spoil Wicked 2? And then
You know what's even better is my boss discovered there are speakers in the building, so nonstop Wicked 1 soundtrack all day and way too loud.
Oh.
I put a poll in the chat, so if you're watching, you got to vote if you want me to spoil it or not. Until now, we're 100% of me spoiling it. We're still at 100%. There still hasn't... Nobody has stepped in. We're still at 100%. Nobody has stepped in to stop the spoil. I'm going to give it another like 10, 20 seconds. If nobody stops me from spoiling, I'm just going to spoil it.
Well, everyone on Rumble says to spoil it, so.
All right. I think I can do it. So basically, yeah, everybody said spoil. So I don't know if you know, but in the previous movie, this whole thing, the reason why I don't like this Wicked movie to begin with, the play was based on a book. The book was written by somebody who had a political motivation, meaning he is very kind of politically active, and he wanted to sort of criticize the patriarchy. Now, when he wrote this book in like 1995, this wasn't as widespread as it is today. Today, when you say criticize the patriarchy, we're all rolling our eyes because that looks like every Hollywood production. Now, this guy was sort of ahead of its time, which is why I always say that the guy that wrote the book Wicked, which is really the foundation of what later would become the play, is basically was woke before woke was invented. He didn't know that he was woke, but I don't know how else to describe him. And just so you understand that I once read something, and I believe if I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but I think it was something along the lines that when he was envisioning this book, in his eyes, the Wizard of Oz was the German mustache man. Now, I want to say that he wasn't a German mustache man, but the German mustache man, if you get what I'm saying. So in his eyes, that's where he came from writing this stupid thing. And yes, it was adapted into a more palatable Broadway musical. And I know that, while it was on Broadway, you had ladies going to see it. You had dudes that are, as I say, fond of dudes that go like to see it. And not that there's anything wrong with that, but I'm saying there was a certain niche audience for it. And I didn't have an issue with it because it wasn't trying to pretend that it's part of the real Wizard of Oz. It was some offbeat thing. And yes, they toned down some of his rhetoric and things that he did in his book to make it a little more friendly and less obvious. But whatever it is that you may think or not think, at its foundation, that is what these movies try to do. And once it came into the theater, they're basically trying to piggyback off of the original Wizard of Oz, the classic movie. And that's what has annoyed me from day one. When they do marketing, when you see a trailer, they're showing you the images that you know from the Wizard of Oz, and they're making it seem like this is. If you liked, let's say, the original trilogy, and then you saw the prequels, they're trying to make it seem like it's that. But this isn't part of that. This has nothing to do with that franchise. It's not. It's not real. It's like a political activist wrote fan fiction because he thought that the wizard was the mustache man, and I can feel all of it when I see this. When I see it, even if it was adapted from the play, which softened it, when I see these movies, I can still feel the same stupid thing. So the way Wicked One ended, basically, Elphaba, who is the Wicked Witch of the West, here she's the nicest person. Basically, what happened to Sean?
I don't know.
Sean?
I think he'll be back.
In any case, he's here. I was so happy to see him. He's already disappeared. In any case, what I was going to say is that the first movie ended where she was so happy to go see the wizard because it's the Wizard of Oz. But then when she goes to see him, it turns out that in his spare time, he wanted to make animals suffer. That is a very strange thing for the Wizard of Oz to want to do. And basically, he wanted to put them in cages, and he wanted them to suffer, and he wants to like harm animals and things like that. And it's not that I'm inventing it; it's just some weird interpretation of mine. That is 100% what happened in that stupid movie. So the movie ends where she defies him. She wants to leave the Wicked Witch because she understands that he's the real wicked person. She's basically in this whole universe, the only person that wants to do the right thing is this Wicked Witch of the West. And also, because she's green, she has a skin color that people discriminate against her all the time because of her skin color. And she's the victim, and the wizard is the mustache man. And that's how part one ended. And it's not like part two got any better. Part two, it's like in the aftermath of all of that, she now like lives in a forest with animals. And then a lot of weird things happen. First of all, she meets the lion from like the Wizard of Oz lion. But the cowardly lion here is not only cowardly, he's kind of a douche. Basically, like he makes all the animals turn against her. He kind of leads the animals to revolt, to like not believe in her. And it's like, I don't know. I mean, that was annoying. And then the other thing is that the guy that's the Tin Man, they also do something with him. There was this. Okay, I don't know how to explain it. You know how in the real Wizard of Oz, a house falls on one of the witches, and then there's the ruby slippers and whatever. That's the sister of the Wicked Witch of the West. But in here, the sister is in a wheelchair and she's sympathetic. Now, there's this guy that wants to leave her because he likes Glinda. So she gets upset and she like keeps him there. She won't let him leave. And then she tries to put a spell on him that he'll fall in love with her. But the spell, something goes wrong. So the Wicked Witch of the West, because she's the nicest person in the world, tries to help save the situation. And the only way she could save his life is by turning him into a Tin Man. The problem is that the Tin Man, according to this movie, simply doesn't appreciate that she saved his life. So he's angry at the witch because he said she turned me into the Tin Man, but in reality, he should be thanking her because he was going to die and she saved him by turning him into a Tin Man. So he's kind of a jerk too. So basically, both the lion and the Tin Man are jerks. That's the bottom line. Like, you ever thought that they weren't jerks? You didn't understand. They're the jerks. Now it gets even more interesting. Glinda goes to this to Michelle Yeoh and tells her that she has an idea that if they use the Wicked Witch's sister as bait, she'll come out because she went and she ran off with her boyfriend, which is another stupid shit, but I don't even feel like getting into that. So she ran off with her boyfriend, she ran off with Glinda's boyfriend, and then Glinda wants to do something to the sister, so Michelle Yeoh drops Dorothy's house on the sister because that other lady, the Wicked Witch, ran off with the boyfriend of Glinda. It's so stupid. I can't explain to you how bad this is. But in any case, she drops and they killed the sister. That's why that lady is dead, because they dropped the house on her because they thought that it would snuff the witch out. So the witch comes out, and then her boyfriend is captured, and there's a whole weird shit. I'll just this is difficult for me to even explain how bad it is. But I'll put it this way. Everything that happens in Wicked 2 from the second half, it's happening at the same time as the original Wizard of Oz movie. Meaning, if you've seen the Wizard of Oz and you've seen Dorothy and the Tin Man and the Lion, they're walking around. Now, they don't show you Dorothy's face. And the reason they don't show you her face is because they want you to think that this is part of the movie that you saw as a kid. It's like a Rashomon. You thought you knew what was happening in The Wizard of Oz. You thought that you understood the story. You don't understand the story. The Tin Man and the Lion are jerks. The wizard likes to hurt animals, and he's the biggest douchebag, apparently a mustache man. That's what he is. And even Glinda is kind of a bitch, okay? And the only person that's good is the Wicked Witch. Now, at the end, what happens is you see Dorothy, like from the shadow, like that scene that she just puts the bucket over her and kills her in The Wizard of Oz. So in this one, it turns out that the Wicked Witch didn't really die. She had a trap door. And here's the big twist at the end. This is the dumbest twist ever. Remember the boyfriend that ran away that was the Glinda and whatever it is? Basically, because he was in danger, the Wicked Witch put a spell on him to save his life, but the only way that she could save his life is if he turned into the Scarecrow. So the boyfriend of Glinda is now the Scarecrow that ran off with the witch. And at the end, what you see is they both run off together into the sunset. Meaning, in The Wizard of Oz, when you thought that the Scarecrow was Dorothy's friend and the Wicked Witch was dead, it wasn't true. The Scarecrow was a double agent pretending to be Dorothy's friend. Meanwhile, he teamed up with a witch, pretended that she was dead, and they went off into the sunset together. So you didn't even understand the story. Like, nothing you ever understood about the movie is real. But then you want the ultimate kicker. Are you ready, Professor?
Oh, boy.
Glinda goes to the wizard. Now, in the original movie, the wizard takes a hot air balloon and leaves. Says, I gotta leave. He goes on a hot air balloon and he leaves. Here, they add context as to why the wizard left in the balloon. The reason he left is Glinda discovers, by finding some kind of flask, that basically the wizard was the father of the Wicked Witch of the West. Now, how is he the father? He had a flask with some kind of strange beverage / potion. And you see a flashback that he met the mother of the Wicked Witch. And you see him opening the flask, and it's left, I guess, a bit ambiguous, but I am pretty sure that it's at least suggesting that perhaps that beverage that he gave to the mother of the witch may have encouraged her to do naughty things with him.
Cosby situation.
That's what everybody's saying. Yes, grape juice, Cosby, whatever. So I said it, and I've said it before earlier on another stream. It's not as obvious that somebody comes and says this is grape juice, but man, once he's walking around with this flask and this lady, and it's all happening really fast, I couldn't help but think to myself that the fact that I'm even thinking of this is exactly what they wanted. Even if, let's say, they made it quick and rather ambiguous, the idea is, as she brings in this flask, he realizes that he's the father of the Wicked Witch, and suddenly he feels bad because he tried to kill his own daughter. So in addition to him being the mustache man, in addition to him wanting to hurt animals, he was also literally the patriarchy trying to kill his own daughter. Are you with me, Professor?
Gotcha.
So then what happened is that okay, so this is the interesting part. Glinda comes up to him and basically Me Too's him. She says to him, listen, at this point, what you got to do is you're going to go on this hot air balloon and you're going to tell the citizens of Oz that you got to go. And he goes, really? Like, I don't need to go anywhere. And she's like, nope, you're going to leave right now on that hot air balloon. So he gets on the hot air balloon and leaves. And the only reason he leaves is because she found out about his Me Too. And I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck am I watching? Sorry, Sean. What the fuck? And meanwhile, there are all these there's all these weird ladies clapping and singing and laughing. And I'm like, what are you laughing about? Aren't you watching this shit? I understand that somebody's going to claim, I bet you what they're going to say is, and they maybe try to make it ambiguous, is that maybe she enjoyed drinking that beverage with him. Maybe it was like they were both enjoying themselves. I don't know. All I know is that there was a flask. He saw it, and then he had this memory, and supposedly it looks like this flask has a potion of sorts, of a liquid that does something. Maybe I didn't understand what I was watching. It seemed, if nothing else, to suggest that this was it. There was an underlying feeling that this is what they were going for, even if they didn't flat out say it. And I don't know. I just I think it's shit. And then at the end, like the they run off. She runs off with the witch with the scarecrow. So fucking stupid. Not to mention that at some point, like before he becomes the scarecrow, he like makes love to her, and they're like without their shirts and stuff. I'm like, this is what the fuck? Like I don't know the wizard. Sorry, Sean. Again, the Wizard of Oz isn't that kind of thing. The Wizard of Oz was such a kind of. I love the original classic movie. It's such a timeless classic. It's wholesome. It's good for the family. How could they somehow insert all this shit? All the crappiest shit. And yeah, Estefobos was saying that Wicked is ground zero for deconstruction by cultural Marxists. I tend to agree with you. I think that we keep saying, people are like, oh, was it Fury Road? Was it Ghostbusters 2016? No, it was this fucking thing. Because this guy wrote this book in 1995, and he sat there and thought all the shitty things that all these people think today. And by the way, like I looked at his Instagram and it said like quiet political activist. That's what it said like in his bio. It's like, you're not a quiet political activist. You are a political activist. Your thing sucks. If I ever run into him, I'll tell him, your book is shitty. You have a shitty book. Sorry, Sean.
I tried reading that book like years and years ago, and like the first or second chapter, they tell you that yeah, she's the product of graping, and I was like, this book makes me feel weird, and I don't want to read it anymore.
See, the thing is, I'm not sure. I didn't even realize all of this. You're saying that in the book they make it more clear. I think that when I saw it here on the screen, this is what I think. Obviously, they know that families and kids and whatever are going to go see it. So I feel like they did the bare minimum that they're going to be able to claim that maybe they both drank this potion together and liked it. I don't really know what they're going for. All I know is that the part that stays probably from the book is that when she gives him the green flask and he looks at it and remembers that it had some liquid in it, that is a setup for him serving grape juice. Even if they try to make it like that they're both drinking it or whatever it was. And in any case, there's no dialogue in his memory. Like he's remembering something. It seems like they're with this beverage. It's kind of all fuzzy. And maybe they just did it fuzzy enough that you're thinking, is it or isn't it? Maybe it's kind of ambiguous. But it's like you said, Sean, if in the book it says that it is, I believe that 100% that was the intention.
I didn't
the
even
setup
get,
is
get that far. The part that I read, it was like she was born and there's some weird thing going on with like a mock turtle, and then it was, I'm pretty sure they flat out said, yeah, she's the product of being taken advantage of, and then the witch's first words were horror, and I was like, I think I'm done reading.
Yeah,
her
it's
first
shit.
words were horror.
Mm-hmm.
Like as okay, sure.
Our first word.
Yeah.
I just don't like any of this, and I think that, and I've said that's what I was saying earlier today. If it's a play and there's a few people watching that play, I don't give a shit. Sorry, Sean. But if it's I love that you're here. I can apologize to you directly. I don't know if you know this, Sean. Do you know that I've been on other streams of other people and they say sorry, Sean, to each other when they curse, and it's like we're out of the loop at some point, and they're still saying it.
The meme has grown beyond you.
The meme has grown beyond us. There's actually other people saying sorry, Sean, after cursing.
That's very funny.
So, yeah, so basically, I guess what I'm saying is niche, stage thing, whatever. Once they're showing you the yellow brick road, they're showing you these bubbles and things that were very unique to the 1939 movie. So they're no longer trying to show you something else. They're trying to tell you, remember that movie you saw? Well, you didn't understand it. And if they wanted to do a different adaptation, they could have shown Dorothy's face. But instead, you only see her legs. You don't see her face. Why don't you see Dorothy's face? Because they want you to put Dorothy's face, the one that you remember, into the movie.
And they want the clout from that
Right,
movie.
and there's something that, like, the bubble of Glinda, there's a lot of things that are like the Yellow Brick Road, the way it all looks. Now, the books exist, but the movie was kind of its own adaptation, and a lot of the, like, visual cues that you see in the 1939 movie, they're unique to that movie.
Mhm.
So the fact that they're trying to emulate that, it's only for the reason that I'm saying. They want people to go with their families or children, whatever it is, and think, and especially people that don't even know anything about anything and don't give a shit. Sorry. They basically are thinking we're going to show them this movie. They're not going to be able to tell. They're going to think that this is a legitimate part of the story, and it's all connected. It's absolutely happening. They've managed to pull it off.
Yeah. Yeah, I work with people that are very excited about this movie, and I'm just...
They love it. They love it.
I'm-
And yeah, women love this. I'm sorry. I know there's some women that listen to this stream, and I'm totally cool. And if you like it, it's cool. All I know is that it's the only potion, the kind of like the wizard's potion. The only potion is this movie. This movie, it doesn't matter who the woman is, what she likes, what she believes in, who she voted for. You put these ladies singing and dancing in their dresses or I don't know what, and it's like everything goes out the window. They love this thing.
Mhm.
So maybe I don't understand. Maybe there's something about it that speaks to women. I don't really know what to tell you. I thought it was a disgrace. If it wasn't connected to the Wizard of Oz, which is something that I like, I wouldn't have cared. But knowing that I do like the Wizard of Oz, I thought it was a disgrace.
Yeah, and I was listening to Midnight's Edge in the morning the other day, and they were talking about Tom specifically was saying how he hated that it was supplanting the original story, and I feel that in here because I don't know. I always wondered about the good versus the bad of the public domain, and I feel like they're just destroying a great work.
I mean, is the 1939 movie already public domain? I didn't
Well,
know that it was already public
the
domain.
novels themselves were already like this is
I see.
already an adaptation of an adaptation of an adaptation. So it's like I would hate for the original version to be lost forever, even the movie version to be lost
Elizabeth
forever.
Quinn says that the author's mother died after giving birth to him. I didn't know that, but you know, even so, that doesn't mean he has to make a movie about the wizard being a mustache man. But it is what it is. So yeah, that wasn't such a good movie. As a woman, this movie can. I heard that the Rotten Tomato score is pretty bad. There are going to be a ton of ladies going to see that movie. They're all going to rush to see it. It's probably going to make. Well, I don't know. Will it make as much as the first one? Do you think? You think it's going to make 750 million like the first one?
Oh, I don't know about that.
Maybe 500 million.
Just because there hasn't really been a whole lot that's come out recently, I think people are going to the theater to see that and Zootopia.
I'm trying to think. Zootopia. How many movies of that? Isn't that already 50 movies? How many Zootopias have there been?
One.
Just one.
Oh, I guess I never watched it.
One.
Maybe I'm.
It's actually for Disney animated films. Over the last decade, pretty good actually.
It's okay. You could totally tear it down with all the same criticisms too about subverting people's natures and stuff.
Well, I haven't really watched that, and it doesn't bother me much because it's its own thing, so I don't really care. For a second, I confused it with Ice Age.
Oh yeah. There's like 40 of those.
Yeah,
that's the one that I thought there was 40. I'm like every 5 minutes there's another Ice Age. I think that I barely got through the first one, and I thought that was the end of the road for me when it came to Ice Age.
Yeah.
Wait, is "Send Me on My Way" the song? Is that in Ice Age?
Yes. By Rusted Root.
Rusted Root. Yeah, I once probably should be careful. I once met Rusted Root. And I believe I annoyed them.
I think that's how most of your stories end.
So what happened is that this was many years ago. I saw a show of theirs, and the show, there were a few songs that I really liked. There was one that I think it was Primal. It's called Primal Scream or something. There was one that I really liked, and a few maybe that I liked. And I saw the show and I was waiting for these songs, which I consider their best songs, and they didn't play them. And then I ended up going, and there was sort of a backstage area of sorts. Can't really get into the details. I happened to, be there, and then I ran into the singer. I guess there's a male and a female. One is called Liz Berlin. The other one, maybe he's called Michael something. Michael, who knows? Michael? Rusted Root. Is there a Michael in Rusted Root? Michael and Liz Berlin?
I don't know. I never knew their names.
Don't know.
Okay, I have to Google this now. Producer Price on the scene. Let's see. Rusted Root. Let's see for a second. Michael Glabicki and Liz Berlin are the singers. Kind of impressive. I'm like Producer Patrick.
There you go.
So basically, I ran into that Michael guy, and I guess they were trying out new material. So he's like, I was there, and I was kind of grumpy, and I don't know. He started talking to me. I'm like, oh well, yeah, the show and whatever. I don't know. He said to me something. It's like, what did you think? And I said, there were some songs that I was really expecting to hear, and you didn't play them. And he goes, well, we were playing stuff from our new material. I knew that. I said, yeah, but you didn't play the songs that you really needed to. You didn't play Primal Scream. You didn't started telling the songs you didn't play. Perhaps I was a bit of a douche about it, because I'm not going to see them perform every second. There were a few songs that I wanted to see. They totally didn't do. They didn't deliver. And I think that he took it really personally. Like, he's like, but you were trying new things. And I'm like, I know. You didn't perform the songs that I really wanted to hear, though. You understand? Such a strange conversation.
And that's why they don't tour to this day.
That's
all
it.
your fault.
That was their last show. They're just like, that was the end of it. And the thing is, he didn't even know who I was. Like, I'm just some random asshole. Like, the second that I walked away, he probably asked one of his people, who is that asshole and what's he doing here? I feel like every event that I ever went to probably had like a situation like that, probably every time.
Probably.
But what can I do? Yeah, and Istophobos says nobody is there to see their new crap. That's most bands. Yeah, I mean, I don't care if they want to do new crap, but at least, don't forget the things that people actually want to see.
Mix it in.
Lajos Price. I once met insert band actor celebrity chef and kind of annoyed him. The celebrity chef was was my favorite one. That was the best. That was the best thing I ever did, and I think it only came out so well just because I drank a number of whiskeys. I was being served this like top shelf free alcohol, and that was the Rocco Despirito one. And that was the one that they're like, don't you recognize Rocco Despirito? And I said, not without his apron. That's like my best. That's the one. That's the one. I wish there was a camera. I wish there was a camera filming me when I said that to him, because that is the best. And the best, if you would have seen the look on his face when I said it, it's like, it's priceless. It's priceless. I'm priced, but it was priceless.
Mm-hmm.
It was better than Producer Patrick. It was the best. If I had like a highlight reel, how sometimes actors have like highlight reels or whatever. If I had like a douchey highlight reel for my activities, that would have to go in there.
When your life flashes before your eyes, you'll get a chuckle out of that one.
That's the one thing that comforts me, is that like I was funny. It was legitimately, and the thing is, at the same second, I didn't even realize I was funny. It's just that as I was thinking about it later, I started cracking up. So yeah, that was good. That finally I did something good. How did we get here? How did we get to Rusted Root and the Rocco Despirito thing?
Wicked.
Okay. So yeah, Wicked at the end of the day, I don't like it. I don't like what it stands for. I understand it's going to make some money at the box office. I get it. Ladies like it. I don't think it's good. And I guess maybe if all the movies and shows have been great for 10 years and everything was wonderful, and then they release this crap, you say, well, it's some anomaly. Maybe some people like it. But to sort of wait the 10 years of all the shit we've been getting and then like the cherry on the icing to throw this shit into the mix, it's already just disrespectful and annoying. And I don't like it.
It makes me totally question the judgment of every woman that likes it. And it's just so like vapid and stupid sounding, and yeah, sorry. There was more of a thought there, but
I'm with you. I know what you mean. I really do. With the like,
and
you have to
I'm
look
waiting
at
to find out
people
the
and
prices.
wonder.
I didn't meet Kurt Cobain ever, unfortunately.
Man, I lost it again. It's just so dumb. Oh, and having this suffer through the original soundtrack all day, it sounds like every other goddamn Broadway musical. Like every song sounds like something I've heard before.
It has no character whatsoever. Like, you can say whatever you want. I'm not a huge musical guy, but I think the original Wizard of Oz has songs that are timeless classics that really stand out. This thing feels just the slop. Like, if I went to AI and I told him to, like, shit out the most generic vanilla Broadway songs, like with some stupid witch, this would be it. You'd press a button and you just shit this out. Sorry, Sean. I'm so happy you're here. I can apologize to you every second and see your face as I'm apologizing.
It makes me laugh thinking that I don't have to be here and it's still being said.
It's said all the time when you're not here, but the fact that I was on other streams and it was said, that was the part that was like, wow. There will come a moment that people will say sorry, Sean, and not even know why. I think maybe that's happening now.
Yeah. They'll have a big they'll find some screenshot of whenever I was like posing alongside the other still image of myself.
Wait, how did we do that? How did we share our own screen?
Yeah, you were sharing.
Yeah,
something.
you were sharing your own screen. Yeah.
Okay. Wait a second.
It'll be like a know your meme, and it'll be my picture smiling next to my picture, and then it'll say "Sorry, Sean." Oh wait, on the other hand.
How come this doesn't work? What did we do last time that made it interesting? Yeah, I once
No, it was just like you had it up. I think you were trying to show something. My picture smiling next to my picture, and then it'll say "Sorry, Sean."
See, yeah, you got to give it time. See. Yeah.
Oh wait, there.
Okay.
Seanception.
Oh, jeez.
Are we gonna have more of them?
Totally not midnight. 1 a.m.
How many does it do? Can we have more?
Keep going as long as you leave it up until there's just one pixel.
This is
This is an accurate representation of what it looks like when a star collapses in on itself.
This is great. I absolutely love this. This is our finest work. Sean to infinity, yeah.
Infinition.
This is just cool stuff.
Seanception,
yeah.
Once you're gone, everyone will think I'm the real Sean.
Yeah, this is good. It just continues forever?
Mm-hmm.
Arm's getting tired.
What happens if you lower your arm?
Oh.
Well, then eventually all the others will lower their arms.
I think
it's Sean's all the way down.
Did we freeze it last time? What happens if we freeze it?
I think I don't know.
I froze it. What happened now?
Well, it won't keep expanding. It won't keep adding.
See, it's all stuck like with the Big Mac, Sean.
Yeah, there you
go. With the Big Mac, Sean.
Big Mac, Sean.
Big Mac, Sean. That's what it is.
Somebody put a Big Mac in my hand.
Anyhow, help me out, guys. I've been, it's been a long day for me. Is there anything else that was interesting?
I've been working all day.
Wasn't Warner Brothers supposed to get offers for buying?
Yeah, offers were supposed to come in today, and oh, sorry, excuse me. Yeah, offers were supposed to come in today, and then they would be able to start looking over them. And I think they have, oh gosh, I don't know, 20 days to look over them. I have to go back and look.
Is it silly to me that makes me sad that they're selling that studio? And they sold.
No,
off
I don't
to
think
Warner
that's
Brothers.
silly at all. I don't think it's silly at all. I think, Warner Brothers is a storied studio. They've been around for, literally as long as Hollywood.
Yeah.
Warner Brothers has been there. And, they have a lot of very historic properties, huge film library of, not just of, certain characters that we love, classic films, but pieces of history, and to think, oh, great, that's going to be in whose hands? That's going to belong to who?
Yeah.
Netflix? Jeez.
Well, even selling it out to another country, because wasn't that an option? It's like, this is an American institution.
Yeah, there was the possibility that one of the bids has some sort of connections to the Saudis, but that's just one of the bids. And that was supposedly the Paramount bid, and Paramount has said they're not part of it. So,
well, there were two separate rumors. One, this makes sense. If the Saudis come themselves and say we want to buy it, they could run into regulatory trouble. The bigger play is to find a company like Paramount or Comcast, team up with them. Comcast is sort of the American figurehead, let's say, or Paramount buying the company, but the investment, some of it at least, comes from the Saudi Arabians, whereas seemingly the American company that's in charge is like in the driving seat. Now,
didn't Comcast already own it and they got rid of it? Am I misremembering that?
That was AT&T. I don't think it was Comcast. In any case, but I can see how you'd be confused, but because they keep buying and selling their own stuff.
Yeah.
But I think that at the end of the day, it wouldn't surprise me whether it's Comcast or Paramount. If there's additional funds coming in from these Saudis, I wouldn't be surprised. That could very well happen. And from what I know, both the Ellisons flew recently to Saudi Arabia for some unknown reason, and the Comcast CEO also flew to Saudi Arabia. Seemingly, I don't know what reason he had, but everybody believes that those trips were not just random trips, but there was something else going on. Now, how is it all going to play out? I don't know. I think that when it comes to getting this deal pushed through, if Paramount and the Saudis were to work together, Trump would probably let that deal go through because he has a good relationship with the Ellisons, and for some reason he seems to have a good relationship with the Saudis, and I feel like a combination like that is something that you could somehow push through, whereas, the Saudis alone, I don't know if that would work. I think that could be a problem. And if you want to know my honest opinion, I actually think that Warner Brothers is an American company, and I would feel better if there was more of an American company in control of it.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm also so tired of being poor. They should just let me buy it for cheap, and then we'll make some good stuff.
Well, David Zaslav, the CEO of Warner Brothers, if the deal goes the way he wants, he's probably going to walk away with $500 million himself.
And what's he going to do with that? What does anyone ever do with that?
I don't know, but you know what? Give me $500 million and I'll figure something out.
Yeah.
He can move to New York City and Mamdani can just confiscate it all. That'd be fine.
Yeah, sure. Sounds great. Love it. Nobody ever none of these rich idiots ever think anything through. I don't believe it.
Yeah.
I saw Rusted. The dead man says I saw Rusted Root about a decade ago at Secrets, Maryland. It was a standing audience. Mine was a standing audience too. Great show, but only Liz would sign CDs. Liz was very nice. I spoke to the singer. He was grumpy, didn't like what I had to say. Liz was there, and I exchanged a few words with her. She seemed rather pleasant, and not only that, she could tell I was like a douche, but she was a good sport about it. I like that, you know. I think that a woman that is open to criticism and is like taking it in stride, even smiled and had like a few jokes. I think very positively about her.
I like to think that you use that apron joke like for everyone
Yeah.
afterwards. He's like,
Just-
"What did you think of the show?" And you're like, "Where's your apron?"
That's what I should do from now on. I should ask
Hey,
everybody
Bryce,
the same question.
we do have some super chats over on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that.
I have been falling down on my duties.
Sorry about that,
Keeping my
Deadman.
eyes out for those.
Okay. So, let's see. I'm trying to share the screen. Give me 1 second, Professor.
Yep.
I want to thank everybody. It's been a kind of a hectic day, but I appreciate it. Let me try to share this thing. Share. So Price made the big time with The Drinker. Our small community's on the rise. I enjoyed the St. Jane Seymour story. You were great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I did the best I could, and hopefully something I said was of interest to somebody. But
you were on
what'd you
The
say?
Drinker? You were on The Drinker's channel?
Yes.
Nice.
The Dead Man 79. I really don't like this uptick in former CIA in Congress. Don't really know what to say about that, but
I know what you mean. Yeah. CIA is
is wonderful. We
sketch.
love them here at the Night
Yes.
Owl, and let's move on
Yes,
to the
we
next
do. We
subject.
love them. They are the best. Thank you, CIA, for keeping us safe.
By the way, you know something interesting, because we sometimes talk about the Beatles. Let me try to remove this thing. So in the original album, Let It Be, they had this thing that they're singing something. John Lennon had this little thing that he was singing something about the CIA, and it's only like a few seconds. And I feel like, didn't they remove that song? Does it still exist, or did they remove it? I always wonder.
Before or after
song
you were
about
shot?
the CIA?
I'm trying to see for a second. Let me look at the playlist for a second. I'm going to open Spotify. I wonder if they removed it or not. I could be wrong.
Just says redacted.
Let's see for a second. Let's look at Let It Be, the album. Okay, remastered 2009. So they have so many versions of it.
Mm-hmm.
How do I need the album. Okay, Dig a Pony. Oh, you know what? I apologize. Now I know what happened. There was a time where Paul McCartney tried to release something called Let It Be Naked. And he wanted to sort of remix the original Let It Be album. And I think he was hoping that that would be the ultimate mix now that everybody uses. But I think his plan failed. Now, in Let It Be Naked, if I'm not mistaken, he removed the song Dig It, which is John Lennon singing about the CIA and FBI. That song was thrown out of there. I think that Paul McCartney had a similar conversation to the one that we're having now. And he's just like, let's delete that song. But I feel like the original one still has it. If you look at the original album and not what he tried to revise, I guess the song is still there, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But he did make an effort to remove it for whatever reasons. I have a feeling that he sat and heard it and he's like, maybe it's best that this song isn't here. But
Probably.
the ploy didn't work. What I noticed is recently I saw like an interview with Linda McCartney, and she spoke with a British accent even though she was American. People said that she lived so many years in England with Paul that her accent changed.
I could see it.
I can sort of see it because I moved around when I was growing up, and that's why I speak like a weirdo. So that's why nobody ever knows where I'm from, because in a way, I'm from everywhere and nowhere.
Oh, he who walks between worlds.
It's true though. It's I think I've said it before. There's probably no place in the world that I'll arrive, speak, and somebody will say, "Oh, like you're from here." People will always ask, "Where are you from?" No matter where I go, no matter what I do, people will say, "Where are you from?"
He is from the wood between the worlds.
I'm the world between the world. The thing is that I think that I speak close enough to sounding like I'm local, but just with something that doesn't convince them. I don't know. I don't know how my voice sounds to other people, so that's just speculation here. What does it sound like, Sean? What do you think?
Calamarian.
All right, I'll take it. Somebody once wrote something. I don't know. I saw in the comments, and somebody was saying that I was a European light New Yorker, and I thought that was a fascinating description of me. I was really fascinated. I think that somebody was trying to say something bad about me, but I was impressed. Like, I actually thought the description was interesting.
I can see it.
Ringo Starr did the narration for Thomas the Tank Engine TV show here. He was pretty good at it, better than his drumming. Let me tell you something. Ringo Starr, when you hear drummers today, when you think even of the drummers that came after him, you think to yourself, well, Ringo is a very simple drummer, because any kind of more modern drummer that you hear can probably do a million things, a million fills and different things that this guy can't do. But you have to understand that when he and the Beatles became the Beatles, there weren't a million rock bands that they could really reference to that are like a quartet playing rock and roll, writing a lot of their own music, doing all that stuff. It seems so obvious today, but it wasn't obvious then. And because they didn't really have a reference of what that sound and what a band like that would look like, every one of the people in that band were sort of a pioneer. George Harrison, you can find guitar players that play a million times better than him today, but that doesn't take away that he did some fantastic work there, and he was a pioneer. And I feel the same way about Ringo Starr. I've actually met like really talented drummers, even ones that are professional. And if you say Ringo Starr to them, they will not disrespect that man. Like, they will 100% understand why that guy is important when it comes to drumming and music, and what you understand what I'm trying to say.
No, yeah. No, I know drummers that they respect him. He's a skilled drummer. He was not like the weak link in the band, like the guy who was riding everyone else's coattails or anything. Like, he's decidedly talented. As a drummer, he is. Yeah.
He makes a very convincing caveman also.
Both Lennon and
this
McCartney
also, yes.
Both Lennon and McCartney have said that they wanted to originally perform Help, but they were advised against it. The studio wanted more upbeat tempo. Maybe are you saying that they wanted to do it a slower version? I don't know. In any case, the way that Help came out, I thought it was good. But I'm a big fan of those kind of demo recordings or other takes that the Beatles did. It's always very interesting to hear, a band when they play with different ideas, and at the end, the one that they settled on usually is really good. But sometimes you hear little gems when you hear these kind of outtakes and things like that. It's not with every band that you hear the outtakes and you really kind of enjoy what you're hearing, but in the case of the Beatles, there have been some nice ones. So yeah, absolutely. I don't know if that's what even anybody was talking about, but I'm trying to think what other movies. We already talked about Sisu, and I told you that I liked it. Trying to think what else I've recently watched. It's all a blur to me. I told you that I think that I watched It Part 2. Did I tell you that, Professor?
I think we might have talked about it on
I think we talked about it in one of our previous ones. It's all such a blur to me. I feel like in the past, I don't know, we've been like on 7 streams together recently.
In the last
We're
week,
crossing streams.
Uh,
Yeah. We do a lot of streams.
Well, you were talking about the Beatles, so I think, do I have to pull out the Beatles Trivial Pursuit?
Yeah, no, do it. Pull it out.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
Yeah, do the Trivial Pursuit.
All right, Price.
Okay.
In the song Let It Be, what does Paul wake up to that is also the name of a famous Broadway
Sound of
play
Music.
and movie?
Yes. No.
Wakes up to The Sound of Music.
That was
Yes.
easy. We needed a more difficult one.
All right. Let's see. Well, that one's not going to be hard. This one's for Sean. I bet he can get this one.
Is it
Okay.
Bats?
What Beatles album was pressed on white vinyl by Capitol Records in 1978?
I'm going to say Sgt. Pepper just to spite you.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to say the White Album.
I'm afraid no. It is the Beatles,
Oh, I thought I was
also
gonna say
known
the
as
The
the
White
White
Album.
Album.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
That makes sense that if there was ever one to do it, it would be that one. What's the next one, Professor?
Let's see.
I didn't see Nuremberg. I'm sure it's fine. It just kind of looks like a downer.
Mm-hmm.
In which Beatles film does the group go to a strip club?
8 days a week.
No, okay, so it's not Hard Day's Night. I don't remember them going to a strip club there. It would have to be shoot. I want to say Help.
The answer is Magical Mystery.
Fuck. Sorry, Sean. Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry. I haven't watched those in a really long time.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even remember them.
The
being in
movie
a-
questions are hard, man. The movie questions are real hard. Let's see. Here's a history question.
Why? What happened? Sorry, Emerson M.
Here's a history question.
Okay.
What did Ringo find on his drum kit upon returning from a self-imposed exile during the White Album sessions?
Flowers.
Knighthood.
Price got it. He found flowers. That's right.
Why
let's
is that
see.
important?
Well, what happened is that they were all bickering, and Ringo, who was usually the more kind of mild-mannered, kind of easygoing guy, I guess they managed to even push his buttons and insult him. So he, something that didn't usually happen with him, he kind of got annoyed and said, "That's it, I'm done." And then I guess they they said, "Sorry, man." I guess they overdid it. Somebody said something they shouldn't have said. And he usually wasn't the kind of guy, from what I know, to stir all the shit in that band.
No, he was very often one of the ones who was trying to get everyone else to calm down and
sorry,
and
Emerson M. Don't hate
down
me.
and do the work.
Yeah. There was something else today. I guess people were annoyed at Zelda. They're annoyed that I think we already talked about. They're annoyed that they didn't choose Hunter Schafer. I don't know why they're annoyed.
That stuff's all BS. It's so stupid.
Who cares? They chose somebody that looks like the right role on the right person.
I'm
Was there any
annoyed
other
that
gaming stuff today, Professor?
Let's see. Were there gaming awards? I think
I'm annoyed that they didn't animate it and they did live action. Sorry, God.
No, I was looking. Yeah, I think it should have been animated too.
Could have crossed over the Mario movies with it eventually.
The Game Awards, they've announced the nominees for those. The show is on December 11th. Hold on a second. Oh, before I put the cards away, here you go, Sean. In the 1978 film Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band renewed interest in which Beatles album?
What was the question? Sorry, I didn't get it.
The 19.
I'm going to say the White Album just to spite you.
Wait, what were you saying? I couldn't hear.
The 1978 film
Yes.
Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band renewed interest in which Beatles album?
Sgt. Pepper and the Lonely Hearts Club Band.
Yes.
I can only assume. By the way, there was something that came up today that I guess that there's a Teenage Ninja Mutant.
Oh yeah, I did see that. Yeah, they're looking at potentially doing another live action.
Did you hear anything about it? Because you have to help me
all
today.
I really did was see something about them saying that they were going to be doing a live action one. But
is it gonna follow
isn't
the other
Neil
one?
H. Moore the guy that did Fast and Furious? I mean, it's fine that he did Furious. I don't know if you apply Fast and Furious to the Ninja Turtles, but
it
it
says
says
he
the
was also the producer
Screw.
behind Sonic the Hedgehog. So
All right, you know what?
Yep.
I take that back. Sonic, I think he did a good job. So screw it. Sorry, Neil.
Yep.
Oh, here, but the producer behind the Fast and Furious franchise. I knew it. But I can't argue that I think he did a good job with that. Paramount fully owns the TMNT brand, having picked it up from co-creator Peter Laird in 2019.
Except that I think he's still allowed to make comics when he wants.
I guess so, but nobody. He makes crappy comics now, and nobody looks at them.
That's hurtful, sir.
What'd you say?
That's hurtful. I mean, I don't read them, but it sounds like a hurtful statement.
It's a hurtful to someone. No, I think I've been hearing for years that the guy sold out, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't really read them, so I don't know, so I can't really say. It wasn't fair that I just threw him under the bus.
That's all right. He's crying into his money.
So I guess initially they were thinking of doing like The Last Ronin, which is a more dark thing, and give it to the guy that made the Nobody films. But then I guess the new regime at Paramount didn't want a kind of adult skewing story, so that one's out.
Yeah, they're looking for more of a.
They're looking to Sonicify the TMNT franchise. Yeah. Sonic the Hedgehog is a 3-movie hit franchise for Paramount, and now they're looking. If you want Sonic, you go to the guy who did Sonic.
Well, then they should totally hand it to Seth Rogen.
You know it.
Yeah.
No.
So, yeah, I mean, the thing is that I don't know if this guy's the right guy. I like Sonic, but I don't know if the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles has to be Sonic. It's something else. I still argue that the first movie from 1989 or whatever it was, that one is the best movie. That one is still the best one. The original one, the one that Jim Henson was involved in, that is the best one.
Of course.
That's like the real deal. The first one, that's the real deal.
Agreed.
Yeah, it's very good. Yeah. Don't look up what the costumes look like today, but
yeah. And nightmares.
Ocarina of Time would be the logical starting point. I want to see the original game. I want to see The Legend of Zelda, the early game on NES. I want the first one. That's what I want. And I want all the creatures from there. And I want all the different things. Like, I would start with the first one and make that game, make it into a movie. Then the second one, The Adventures of Link, that's the second one. Then the third one, A Link to the Past.
And
that's how I would start the trilogy, personally.
And the running time should be the equal length of as long as it takes to play the games.
You know how many hours I spent like killing creatures so that I can get more hearts and stuff and grow in strength in both at least the first 2 games. I remember just going from forest to forest and doing that over and over again. It was wonderful. It was absolutely wonderful. You know what I like the most in Legend of Zelda and the original one is that when you have the full hearts, I think that's also in the other games.
Mm-hmm.
If you have full hearts and you have the sword and you press it, it kind of throws the sword.
Mm-hmm.
It you know what I'm saying? It gets thrown in the air and it goes and
shoots it or something.
And it makes that cool noise. I love it. I love it.
You get the sword that shoots out away from you. Yeah.
Saw that movie, 1989. The new live action Zelda will suck. I don't know that it'll suck. I'm hoping that it won't. I don't really know how it's going to play out, but I want to try to believe that it's going to be good. I'll be really sad if I go see the Zelda movie and it'll be shitty, because I really like, especially the early Zelda games. The first 3 for me are probably like the top of the line. I did play the one, I guess maybe is it which one is the one that's like the first one that's sort of 3D?
Ocarina.
That's Ocarina of Time.
I think that
On the
you know,
N64, yeah.
I think basically the first 4 games are the ones that like I've played.
Yeah.
I don't really know the ones that came later. I think that at some point I didn't have time or the console or whatever it is. But earlier on, those earlier games, maybe the first 4, those are great games. Although everybody likes the Ocarina of Time one, and I wasn't as excited about it as some of the other people. I would argue that I liked the 3 before that more than that.
That was one of the best Christmases. I went back and forth between that and Star Wars Rogue Squadron for like a month.
Oh my god, Rogue Squadron, man. I played that until I had unlocked absolutely everything in that game. I probably put 200 hours into that game. I played that thing. That game
was wonderful.
Crazy.
So, Birdhouse Blues, Price, any opinions about Avatar Fire and Ash or simply Avatar 3, scheduled for release on December 19th, 2025. And I think that most of the people are thinking the same way that I'm thinking. It's probably going to make money. See, this time I'm more cautious. Before the previous one came out, I sat around and I made jokes and I said, nobody cares about this movie. It's so stupid. Nobody's going to go see it. I thought I was going to sit there by myself in the theater and nobody's going to go watch the movie. It made like $2 billion or something. So the movie is... It's like it doesn't really get anybody excited. It doesn't really have an important place in pop culture, but because it's sort of an experience that you're thinking the visuals will look cool, it gets people to watch. How many people are going to go watch this? I don't know, but I'm not underestimating Cameron with his Avatar movies because I did that before, and I feel like at this point I'm not going to do it. But I don't know. I mean, it has to be a diminishing return at some point, you would think, but I don't know.
You would think. You would hope.
Yeah, because he's learning the wrong lessons from it, and I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Even
how
in
do we get like
one,
such a great director making such shitty movies all the time? But
he became obsessed with the special effects, and the special effect isn't a substitute for a story. And the stories have always been forgettable. That's why nobody cares about them after like the first year.
Oh yeah, utterly forgettable. It blows me away that they continue to be popular. That people continue to go see them because I wonder, do they even remember what happened in the last one?
No, blue people. And that last one, man, I got so tired of staring at blue people. I'm like, can we get some variety? Oh, and the spider kid annoyed me. The kid in the mask that has an infinite oxygen tank.
Oh, I forgot. I forgot to tell you. I have I watched a movie that I forgot to tell you that I saw. Actually, I don't know.
Yeah.
Did I tell you I saw it? I'm so out of it. I probably did tell you. I'm so confused now. I think I did. It's such a blur to me what we've been doing, Professor, that I for a second forgot. I did tell you that I saw Now You See Me, Now You Don't, right? I told you that I saw it.
I think you might have briefly mentioned it, but I don't think you gave us a real review of it.
Tell me in the chat, did I talk about the movie Now You See Me, Now You Don't? Guys, Now You See Me, Now You Don't. Did I talk about it? This is the first time that I absolutely just can't remember if I talked about this movie or not.
They don't even answer. They're just like, go ahead and spoil it.
Sean is right. I don't know what he's right about, but yeah. Okay, yeah, Birdhouse Blues Tuesday. Now I know, at least I'm not crazy. Yeah, I did talk about it. I feel like I've recently watched a lot of stuff, and there was stuff I wanted to talk about, but I hope that I talked about everything.
So you've gotten, I know you said you saw it. No, you didn't talk about it. No, you didn't talk about it. Yes, you talked about it. Don't think so. Have you watched on Bach yet?
Please don't talk about it. Spare us.
No, but I will say this. And this is from the few days.
Yeah, you mentioned something about it, and then that it had a twist at the end.
Until now, I'm still like shocked by this twist. I'm shocked by this twist. It's like I won't go into the whole movie again, but I'll just tell you, Sean, because it was funny. Is that I watched the movie and it was like 10 minutes away from being over, And I said to myself, this is a very, very stupid movie. It's dumb. It's really, really silly. But I said to myself, at least I'll give it some points that it wasn't really woke. It was just kind of dumb and fluffy and forgettable. And like it tries to be escapist and whatever, but it's dumb. And then as I was thinking this, because I thought to myself, what are they going to do now? They only have like 5 minutes left in the movie. It's as if like they were holding it in. They were holding in like all of their most woke, crazy agendas, and then like the last 5 minutes they couldn't hold it anymore, and they just unleashed everything onto the world in like the last 5 minutes. And I keep thinking about those last 5 minutes, and I keep laughing. I don't know why. See, the movie is about magicians doing like sleight of hand and tricks, and at the end, the movie itself also did the sleight of hand and tricks. Like they stayed true to the idea of the magicians fooling you.
And then one of the men was actually a woman. She was.
I mean,
was
can
a
I spoil
transformer.
it? Can I spoil it? I want to ask in the chat.
I'm
Can I
not going
spoil
to
it?
go see this.
I want to ask the chat. Can I spoil
those movies, man? Like every time I think about them, I just picture a bunch of douchey people standing very straight on stage doing this, and then like vanishing.
I do like that they were promoting the film by actually sending the actors out to do some.
That was the only good part.
Some
Here, I
street
put a
magic.
poll.
I like that they were promoting it that way. I think that was smart.
Do you have the? I put a poll. Should I spoil? Can I spoil this thing? Can I tell you guys what the spoiler was?
You have 4 votes.
Just spoil it, because you're gonna have to tell me later anyway.
Okay, because I think last time on whatever day I didn't actually. Did I put the poll?
Yeah. So far, 4 votes, all for yes.
Why can't I find the poll?
It amazes me the amount of crap that you put yourself through watching.
The poll disappeared, Professor.
I'm still seeing it.
Where is it? I can't find it. Oh, okay, I got it. Well, we did it. Let's see. What did the thing come out? I can't find the poll. This is so weird, Professor. Oh, wait. Okay. End poll. Wait, somebody didn't want me to spoil it.
Just one?
I'm guessing. Anyhow, I'm sorry to the person that doesn't want to spoil it. Are you ready? Are you ready? I'll tell you what the kind of thing is. So basically, originally in the movie, it sort of seems like they're introducing a new generation and they're working with the old generation. Now, the new generation, there's three people that are part of the new generation of magicians. One is like a douchey white guy of sorts. The other guy is like a black guy, and then there's one girl who seems like she's a Latina girl.
You're not sure about the black guy? Was it?
No, because he was black. No, I am sure.
Okay.
It's a late hour. I think I'm sure about him. So meanwhile, they brought back like Jesse Eisenberg, Dave Franco, not James, Dave, Isla Fisher, Lizzie Kaplan, Woody Harrelson, Morgan Freeman, and basically, initially, the guy that's the black character seems like kind of this quiet, shy one that has a lot of like good ideas and things like that. His character seems okay, and then what happens is that and like everybody does whatever they do in the movie, and it's all fine. There is a woman who she is South African. She's a white South African woman, and she comes from a family like the Vanderbarts or whatever it is, and they have diamonds. Okay, they made their fortune with diamonds. Now, the second I saw the South African lady with the diamonds and she's this evil villain, I couldn't help but feel like somehow this is going to tie into something that involves somebody's skin color. But throughout the movie, they relatively steer away from that. She's just an evil diamond lady. And I'm like, okay. And then in the last 5 minutes, it turns out that the black kid, unbeknownst to everybody, was secretly her half brother, because her father, who was the big rich guy, had an affair with his housekeeper that was the mother of this guy, and the housekeeper was black, whereas the father was white, and somehow this caused shame to him for whatever reasons, and you know what happened is that like the lady with the diamonds, she played with the brakes of the car of the mother who died, but she didn't realize that this kid stayed alive. And that's the big twist. The whole movie, you think this, and then at the end, it's like he's the big mastermind. He's this, he's that, and like they flip the whole thing. But there's something about it that she basically explains, or I don't know how they worded, but like it's understood that the father couldn't have the shame that he had an affair with a black woman. You know what I mean? And it's just like, how did this all get shoved into the last 5 minutes of this fucking movie? You know what I mean? Until then, they're driving cars, they're like doing magic tricks and shit. And suddenly, like, at the end, there was something like that. So Ecto Mason said, yeah, you told the stories Tuesday. Sorry about that. So sorry that
I didn't think you put the spoiler out there, though.
No, I don't think I put the spoiler. I think that the idea that this guy was like, so then what happens is, and this is the part that I didn't say Tuesday, he uncovers, like, the police arrest her or whatever it is, and then he comes out and he's like, hi, like, I'm like, Joe Vandersar, like, people don't know, but I'm the heir to this thing, and now I'm going to take all this wealth and I'm going to redistribute it, and I'm going to make sure, like, the poor have the money. So it starts becoming a bit commie. Like, he's going to take the blood money from the diamonds and give it to all the unfortunate people or whatever. I don't know how to explain it, but I just felt like there was somebody, like, taking, like, suddenly doing, like, a woke dump in the last, like, 5 minutes of the movie.
That's funny.
Am I a terrible person for thinking this?
Not if you've been conditioned by the amount of crap that you normally watch.
Like, until that moment in the movie, people's skin colors are not relevant. Redistributing wealth and people taking advantage of whatever. None of that was really the focus of the movie until it sort of becomes a thing that everybody's talking about for the last 10 minutes of the movie. And yeah, and what I was saying is, and this I did say, when I talked to you, that these days when you have, actually narratives saying that maybe white people aren't treated nicely in Africa in certain places, to continue to peddle this thing, which seems like I'm not saying that there was never bad stuff happening in Africa. It just seems like a strange topic to push in this movie.
Yep.
So yeah, and at the end, it almost seems like they're preparing the new generation, and the guy who's going to be like the top dog is like this guy that, like, exposed the sister that tried to not like him because he was black. He took the money himself. He's redistribute. He's like Mamdani, redistributing. Fuck. Sorry,
redistributing.
Sean. Redistributing the wealth. Yeah, it is a late hour, but you know what I'm trying to say. So he's doing all of that. And I don't know why that annoyed me. Now, I think there was a post-credit scene, but I was in a hurry, so I left. I usually stay for there isn't one?
I don't recall there being one after the credits.
I think that at the end, Mark Ruffalo appears, but I didn't get to see Mark Ruffalo. There's like a final scene in the movie, and I had to run. I thought that it was already the end.
Well, I just mean like after the credits. There's
yeah, I know. I don't know if after the credits. I think that as the credits are rolling, maybe Mark Ruffalo appears. I didn't stay for that. I genuinely had to go. Like, I was on a tight schedule, and I'm like, I gotta go. Not that I even cared. I'm like, fuck it, I'll go. The only part that was fun for me, and I think I told you this, is that there was a moment where, like, Jesse Eisenberg usually has one haircut, but there's one moment that I can't really explain why, he had a different haircut. And the part that he had a different haircut, he looked like Disparu. Let me see if I can find this and tell some jokes, Professor. I'll be back in a second.
Tell some jokes. Always with the jokes.
Oh, Disparu. I know.
Yeah, Disparu. Yeah.
The YouTuber?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think I ever knew his name.
No, that's all right. Yeah. No, he's quite funny. I do enjoy Disparu. He's one of those that will go out and watch the absolute trash television and films and stuff, and then come in and review it in autistic detail, just making fun of every little thing that it comes. He's the only reason I know that the Robin Hood show from Canada exists, because I watched his review.
Yeah, that was a terrible show.
I can't do it, man. I don't. I respect you guys for calling out the crap, but I'm of the type of personality where it's like, you've already destroyed so much that I like, and I just expect everything to be terrible. It's going to take a lot to get me to go watch this.
So let me see for a second if I can find this.
It's the same with the Predator movie. That looked like crap from the trailers, but like I'm like kind of back and forth. Like, maybe I should go watch it just because I like science fiction imagery, but at the same time, I'm like, it still looks like goofy crap.
So this is one of the moments that Jesse Eisenberg looks like this in the movie, and I thought to myself, what's Disparu doing in this movie?
It is in fact crap, Sean. You do not need to go see
Predator?
that movie.
I keep going in the
is-
theater and seeing clips of it, and I'm like, maybe it'd be better in context. But then I saw, I think, Robot Head's review, and I think he had
But
clips.
don't you think he looks like him?
A little bit.
In this picture, like this, if I was like deep faking, if I was doing one of those like funny clips, this is totally like this would work. You would believe it. If I somehow did a little bit of a face swap or whatever it is, you'd totally believe this. Price, I live in the
Adirondacks.
The Adirondacks.
I'm ready to be a
ding.
Where is that? Remind me.
I forget.
I'm gonna check right now.
It's the mountains.
It's a mountain. Okay, great.
Northeastern New York.
Oh, northeastern New York. So
New York. Yeah, New York.
We don't live so far away from each other. I mean, it's hours, but it's like several hours. But it's not. There's people that live further away, I guess.
Depending on how you're traveling, everything is several hours.
That's true. Let's see for a second. So that was my photo. I thought that was funny. In any case, yeah. So upstate New York. There was a time that I spent some time in upstate New York.
It's very
Can't give any more info about that, but that did happen. And Eminem says it does look like this for you. Yeah, that's one of the only times I really laughed hard in the movie, because I'm like, ha ha ha, it's Disparu. That's what made me laugh.
People are like side-eyeing you, like, who the hell is
just like in Wicked 2, when they were singing, Ariana Grande sings something to the prince about a happy ending, and I laughed, and I don't know. I think I told you that. Told you that 5 minutes ago. You all have to excuse me. I've been streaming for several hours, and I feel like,
several
hours. Yeah. I feel like I just told something to Sean and then told it to him again, and I apologize for that. Sorry, Sean. Did I tell you about that happy ending, or am I now?
You mentioned the women cheering and laughing at you.
Okay. So no, but the women laughing at me. But did I say that she said happy ending and that it made me laugh, or I didn't?
Oh no.
Okay.
And now
so
that you say it again, I get the joke now. It went over my head at first.
Oh, okay.
Happy ending.
Yeah, I get it.
Because like Ariana Grande is like, we'll have our happy ending, your happy ending. And I'm like, oh, he'll have his happy ending. And that's like the only time I was happy during this whole movie.
That's funny.
Such a terrible music and songs and whatever.
Music's awful.
Poor Isla Fisher is probably thinking, where's my career gone? The funny thing is, she didn't appear in the second one. They replaced her with Lizzie Kaplan. And then I saw an interview where she was on the red carpet, and they're like, It's one of those like, is this the gayest? Like he's like, why did you decide to come back to this movie? And she's like, oh, the screenplay was so wonderful. I decided that I had to be here. It's like, it's not the screenplay. It's not anything. Like you went and you needed the check.
Mm-hmm.
You wanted to put the check in the bank.
Me too.
I don't blame her though. I don't blame her. And you know what? I'll say this: she just does still look pretty nice. And she's divorced. She divorced Sacha Baron Cohen.
Hey, so there's a chance for you.
Yeah, I'm like that meme from. I mean, listen, she went out with Sacha Baron Cohen. He's kind of a weirdo, so stranger things have happened.
Mm-hmm. They keep saying season 5 coming. I don't believe it.
Season 5 of what?
Stranger Things.
Oh, Stranger Things. No, I think now it's really going to be here. I think it's going to be here, and I'm actually looking forward to it. Is there any kind of gaming news that I missed, Professor?
Looking forward to it being over.
Isn't there like Ubisoft was stopped on the market, on the stock market?
Yeah, there was some stuff with Ubisoft. We kind of mentioned it earlier this week, but yeah, Ubisoft had essentially they were going to have their earnings call and announce all quarterly stuff, and then they pushed it back, and at the same time they stopped doing, or they stopped trading. They stopped all the trading of their stock, and so that's not a good sign. There's only a couple of possibilities there. One of them, probably the most likely, is that they're being acquired. Somebody's going to be buying that company, and they had to hold on to their statements and everything until that was solidified. So that's why they said, stop the tradings. We'll come back, and I think we're supposed to hear something tomorrow. Possibly, I think, is when we're supposed to get some news about what all that was about and
when do
what's
we hear
happening
more
going
about
forward.
the Warner Brothers, though?
Warner Brothers, I don't know. All of that was due today, but I don't know when the specific cutoff or anything for that. For them actually saying, here's who we chose. My guess is with the Ubisoft thing, my guess is they have probably been bought outright by Tencent. They were setting up a whole thing with we're going to have this spin-off company, and Tencent's going to have a chunk of that, and they're going to have a chunk of the other. My guess is they probably just came back and Tencent just said, here, the company was probably about to fail because they're completely out of money, and Tencent just bought them outright. But I suppose we'll see. Maybe, like I said, I think maybe tomorrow they said they were going to make announcements or something of that nature, but I guess we'll see on that. Let's see, other gaming stuff. I mean, like I said, we've got the people have been talking about the Game Awards. We could look at those real quick if you wanted. We could
yeah, let's do that.
See the games that have been nominated. Interesting thing there is there's not a lot of AAA games that got any sort of recognition, because guess what? AAA games suck. So nobody cares. They right now they've opened up voting for users. The big hitters, we had Clair Obscur, Expedition 33. I guess you can't read that over our heads there. Clair Obscur, Expedition 33. I have heard nothing but high praise for this game. I have not gotten to play it yet. Simply just not something I've had time for, but it's definitely on my list. It sounds really good. I did play Death Stranding 2 over the summer. Had good fun with that. I did not enjoy it as much as I enjoyed the first one, but hey, if you're into walking simulators, there you go. That's the way to do it. Donkey Kong Bonanza. This was probably these two, Death Stranding and Donkey Kong Bonanza, are probably the closest to AAA titles that we have here, given that they are from big studios. Donkey Kong Bonanza. I will say that where there were some weaknesses to some of the gameplay, it's kind of repetitive stuff, and they tried to stray a little too far from some of the core gameplay for Death Stranding 2. The graphics, stunning. They did some amazing things with the world, things that would change. Like if it was raining in the environment, you would have creeks that would fill up with water, and it would change your dynamic of like how you could go, because things would be different pathways would be too dangerous. You'd have to take different ways around them and stuff. That sounds silly, but that's not something you see in a lot of games, like where the actual environment changes your ability to move around and do stuff in the game. Donkey Kong Bonanza, I've also played this one. This was one that we bought for our for the Switch 2. My son was quite excited for it. I played it. It's fairly fun, but it's pretty basic Nintendo fare. I mean, it's kind of goofy and cartoony, and you run around and you smash things. That's really about it.
That's really all I need.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely fun. But yeah, I didn't think it was particularly revolutionary. It was neat that you could there's a lot of destructible environments in the game, which is really kind of the hook of the game, is that basically the whole level is just destructible. You can smash your way through stuff any way you want. And then Hades 2. I've not played this one, but I've heard good things about that one. That's also an independent studio, Supergiant. They make really good stuff. Hollow Knight. I've played this briefly. Not really my thing. My son incredibly excited for Silk Song to come out this year, and he was a big fan of the first one. And this was really big hitter. Not only that, this game has been heavily anticipated by a lot of people. And then when it arrived, they only charged $20 for it.
Nice.
And the studios, the big time studios, lost their minds because they have been trying to push the $70 games, $80 games. And then one of the biggest releases of the year, they pop in and they're like, $20. They're not even like, no, $20, for the first, day or what. No, just $20. Here you go. Enjoy. And it's also not a game that's going to be filled up with nonstop microtransactions and other crap like that either. So Kingdom Come Deliverance, some people were really hot on this one. We also had a lot of people very upset. There was some controversy with that one, with the main character made gay, depending on gameplay choices, which some people did not like, but others really enjoyed that one. Other categories, let's see. We've got game direction, narrative, best art direction. Take a look at narrative here. Oh, look at that. Yeah, Clear Obscure. Once again, I think this is probably a shoe-in for Game of the Year, as well as probably a few of these other
Do you think there were games that should have been here that weren't?
I honestly just haven't had that much time to play stuff this year. We did get Ghost of Yotei in here, which I don't care about. The original game, Ghost of Tsushima, absolutely one of the best games on the PlayStation 4 and then PlayStation 5. But Ghost of Yotei, starring a woman who, of course, ends up as a lesbian at the end of it, and I don't care. To me, it looked like it was just the same game, honestly. So
I think Elizabeth Quince asked me a question before, and I missed it. What was she saying? Something about her and her husband. They wanted to know if I watched K-pop Demon Hunters. Okay, so basically, K-pop Demon Hunters. I heard from some people that they rather enjoyed it. I put it on, and I gave it a chance, but then there were some, K-pop animated ladies singing annoying songs. It could be that this movie gets really good, but at that point, it kind of lost me. I really, people say it's so good. I want to give it a chance, but it's really hard for me to get through those songs. But go on, Professor. Sorry about
Yeah,
that.
no, not everybody is a big fan of K-pop. I've had several people told me I should watch this, that it's really good. I've got some friends, their
Oh,
kids
click
are
stop on the video.
crazy for this.
Do stop on the video. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
people that are crazy for this, and in fact, my daughter has told me that they had a movie party day or something at school when they got awards for doing whatever, and the kids all wanted to watch K-pop Demon Hunters, and she said she watched about half of the movie and then she just gave up and went in the corner and read a book. She's like, I didn't mind the characters, but I didn't like the music at all. So yeah, not for me. Not a movie that's made for me, I don't think. Plus, you can see in the trailer, it has that same sort of I don't know what do you want to call it, low frame rate, jerky animation kind of thing that they did with the Spider-Man multiverse movies, Spider-Verse movies, and I don't like it. It drives me crazy. There's something about it that is like nails on a chalkboard, and I just can't do it. Drives me nuts. I did my best to make it through those two movies without it bothering me too much, but this one, there's just not enough interest for me to want to dive into it. So let's see, back to the other thing here. Oh, come on. Yep. Oh, there we go. Okay. I was clicking to switch tabs and it wasn't letting me. Let's see. Let's look back at all categories here. Games for impact. No, thank you. VR, AR, best family game. I don't know. Mario Kart World, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Lego Party, Split Fiction. Interesting. I've heard some people really enjoyed that one. It's not one that I've played. Let's see. Content Creator of the Year, Sim Strategy. I don't know. I mean, there's a bunch of categories. Most anticipated. That's for next year. Let's see what people are anticipating. Oh, of course, what's going to win this one? 007 First Light, Grand Theft Auto 6, Marvel's Wolverine, Resident Evil Requiem, or The Witcher 4.
That's assuming the Grand Theft Auto is going to come out, right?
Yeah, that's assuming that it comes out soon, which of course we know now it's not coming out until what, next November?
Okay.
No, yeah.
It's become a meme at this point. All I ever see is, it's been pushed back. Oh, it's been pushed back.
Pushed back again. Yeah, I was excited for Wolverine at one point. Unfortunately, it's being produced by Insomniac Games, and Insomniac has been thoroughly infiltrated by the activists. So,
that's a shame.
Not sure how they're going to mess up Wolverine, but I think they're going to find a way to do it. You're going to have to do an escort mission where you have to carry somebody, carry a transformer to their surgery or something. I don't know.
For real? Oh.
No, I'm just saying that's what I expect.
That's really specific.
You had in the Spider-Man games, the second Spider-Man game, you had a mission. It's a mission you can't skip, where you have to help a gay couple get together. You have to help one gay guy like hook up with another gay guy. Like, and it's not a mission you can skip. It's not optional. It's like just part of the story. You have to do it. So that's what I'm saying. Like
related to a close personal friend of Pete's or something. Or they're just random people he encounters.
It was friends of not Pete, but
Miles.
Yeah, Miles Morales.
Oh, well, that sounds thrilling.
So yeah, or maybe you have to perform surgery on a transformer. I mean, this is Wolverine. He's got the equipment to
How did we get to
snip.
talking about Wolverine and Transformers? I was out of it for a second. I'm
Oh
like, what are we
no,
talking
I
about?
was saying that it's talking about anticipated games, and I was saying that I at one point I was anticipating this, but it's coming from Insomniac Games,
Bryce took
and
a nap.
they're thoroughly infiltrated by the woke mob. So
How did this also get in here? 6 wrote, and I started to tap my foot, and then I started to dance a little. Now I'm a major Show Tunes fan. The opposite of a major Show Tunes fan. Always great to see 6 here, by the way. 6 is really nice. And it's nice that I she's working late hours and doing stuff. So
yep, and we do have a super chat over on YouTube.
Oh, let me see. What is it?
Someone actually asked about 007 First Light earlier. Asked if anyone was excited for this. No. I have a feeling it's going to be 007 DEI Another Day.
Ugh, they made that movie.
Yeah. It's going to be full of all sorts of, it's going to be, it's modern James Bond. So, we have to have every color of the rainbow in his group of people that he works with. And we've got to make sure all the major groups, all the major minority groups are represented and whatever. Grand Theft Auto 6, 5 was a good game. I was never into the online play stuff, which ended up being much bigger for a lot of people. But
so
I don't know. I ain't paying $100 for it. I'll tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Jason Webster, sorry. It is a late hour. Congratulations to Park Chan-wook, as No Other Choices won 7 honors at the prestigious 46th Blue Dragon Film Awards in Seoul, South Korea.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. I don't know much about this guy or seen any of his movies, but if you're excited about it, then I'm excited as well.
Yeah.
And thank you, by the way, Jason Webster, for the Australian $5.
Well, Park Chan-wook was the creator of Old Boy, which is considered one of the finest films from South Korea. It's very, very well regarded.
Very messed up.
Film. Very messed up. Yes. Very true.
That poor octopus.
But he made the film. The film was based on a Japanese manga, but yeah, he was one that helped create that. He's had a number of other films that have done really, really well in South Korea and elsewhere as well. Yeah, cool.
What else?
What else, Price? We got anything else?
Let me see for a second.
Oh, so for the my debate about whether or not to go see The Predator is just because I like the 90s toy line. And I'm like, this just looks like a dumb 90s toy line.
Well, he doesn't, even the toys look better than this Predator. Sean. His design is astonishingly bad.
Mm-hmm.
I think half the time he just looks like a confused puppy or something. I don't know. It's weird. I mean, you'll notice, like, if you look at him, like his quote unquote hairline, like where he has his tentacles and stuff, is totally different than any other Predator design we've ever seen.
Yeah, because it's always like towards the
top. It has like the little skullet thing going on, right? He's got the little plate on top. No, this one has like a hairline that comes to like a widow's peak in the front. With the tentacles on top of his head.
Never noticed that, but yeah, now that you say it, I see it in my head.
Looks like none of the other Predators that we've ever had. They even go ridiculous that at the end, there's the dad Predator has white tentacles and
No.
white eyebrow hairs because he's old.
I did
So
watch
his
that
tentacles turn
last
gray.
scene. So stupid.
Brendan Fraser says Mummy 4 is the sequel he's been waiting 20 years to make.
No.
I hope it doesn't suck.
I hope it doesn't suck too.
As do I. Honestly,
He
not
needs to
all
lose weight. I'm not trying to
masterpieces
be a
of
dick,
film.
but he needs to lose weight, I
No,
think, if he's going to.
he does. He should. Yeah, and he's capable of it. He's
Millions of dollars to work wonders.
yeah. He's shown before he can get in shape if he needs to. So, my worry is that they won't want him to get in shape because they'll just want him to be some doughy guy
Bum, yeah.
and his kids
Bum.
show up, or
And
his
Rachel-
daughter is there to show him up all the time and put him in his place.
Stephen Mack says Disney Predator isn't Predator, Disney Star Wars isn't Star Wars. I agree with you.
No.
Yeah.
What does Rachel look like? I don't understand the question.
Rachel Weisz.
Yeah. I think that usually
she
when
still
they
looks
show
good.
pictures of Rachel Weisz, she usually looks good these days, I think.
Mm.
I mean, she's not going to look the way she did. He won't either, but I mean, I think that she usually seems thinner and more, let's see. I'm trying to find an image from recently. 2025.
Yeah, she just looks older.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't look like she's had a ton of work done. She just looks like she's aged pretty gracefully.
The only bad thing I can say about her is that she's married to Daniel Craig, and he's kind of annoying.
Are they
Aside from
still?
that,
I
I
thought
don't
they
have an issue
divorced.
with her. I think she's fine.
I thought they got divorced or something.
They did?
I don't know. I'm probably full of it.
Hold on. I feel like they didn't.
No, they're still together. It looks
No,
like.
they're still together. They have one child. Yeah.
Yeah, this is. I mean, listen, I'm not saying they need to not be together. I just, generally speaking, he kind of seems like a pompous fart, Daniel Craig.
What are you talking about? Wasn't he in Tomb Raider? I'm just kidding. I don't remember.
That was his best role. So yeah, that's what he says about that. Let me see if there's something else that's interesting.
Have you
what's
seen the
this thing?
trailer? Have you seen the trailer for Project Hail Mary, Price?
You know, I did. You can put it on. I watched it like very quickly in the background, but I wanted to show you this. What is this?
Yeah.
What's Disneyland After Dark?
Is that just for the adults to go on the rides?
I would imagine it's another Disney adult thing. Much like
Oh.
Universal's popular Halloween Night Horrors, Disneyland After Dark events are separately ticketed. Yeah, so it's
Oh.
like a special thing you get tickets to in the evening, I guess, where they're going to do
People have been complaining about the Moana trailer, but
oh my god, it's atrocious.
let's look at that. But
For everything that they get right in Project Hail Mary, they get everything wrong in Moana.
can you
Give
show
me
me
a
the
second.
trailer for Moana?
Give me a second.
Is it Disney that's doing Hail Mary?
No.
Who's doing Hail Mary?
That one's coming from MGM.
Oh, so maybe that's why it didn't suck.
Yeah.
My
Amazon
wife,
MGM, of course, but
my wife read the book. She said it was very good, so
it is
I'm kind
a
of looking forward to seeing
stellar
this.
book. It is fantastic. Of course,
Stellar.
written. Yeah, it's of course written by the same guy who did The Martian, right?
Mhm.
And Andy Weir. So he gets all the scientific details and everything. He gets super nerdy on some of that stuff. And the book is absolutely fantastic. My family, we listened to it on audiobook, and we all everybody loved it. I mean, all the way from my youngest to me and my wife. So okay, here's the Moana trailer.
You're gonna get struck for this?
Bryce?
Yeah, no, it's fine. You
You
can play
good?
it.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
who cares? Play it.
I am a girl who loves my island, and the girl who
Interrupt the audio here every now and then. So yeah, we get. I mean, the CGI animation everywhere. This is supposed to be a live action movie,
That was the
right?
Jungle Book.
Yeah, this is supposed to be live action, but it's almost entirely CGI. So
It's like the Little Mermaid that they did.
Yeah, why aren't those coconut men real?
I just and then we get the animated chicken.
Not even a real chicken.
I thought that The Rock was supposed to be in this.
He
He
is.
jumped off the thing, didn't he?
Yeah, you didn't see his face, but yeah,
Oh.
he saw him from behind jumping off of the thing with the hook.
It looked like CGI. It probably wasn't even him.
And I'll be honest, the Moana, the animated film, is good. It's really a pretty good film. It's not my favorite, but it's not bad. It has some enjoyable stuff and it has some decent songs, some good
6, 7
performances. But
looks like it's been dipped in the same sauce that Avatar was.
yeah, it's CGI, everything, everywhere. You can tell none of the environments that anyone's in are real. They're all just made in a computer, and it just looks like a mess. Hail Mary, on the other hand, man, that let me switch over.
Let's look at that one.
This one is stellar. So this one is coming out very soon. The other one was just a teaser. So this is a full-on trailer. Stuff that in the book, is kind of very slowly sort of revealed to you, and you're like, "Whoa, what?"
Yeah. My wife
but-
mentioned
This is
that.
funny.
Yeah.
Did
my
he?
wife,
So,
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. Go on, Sean.
My wife mentioned that just what he's doing right there, and I was like, "That's kind of a spoiler for a story I have no context to." Thanks.
Yeah,
wife.
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to see this comment. It's, The Rock was just awarded Black Entertainer of the Year. I didn't even know he was black. But did he get that award? I don't even know if this is a joke or not.
Yeah.
But go on.
I don't know.
But this is
many years ago, I was talking to a friend, and I said something about. They were like, "He's black." I'm like, I thought he was like Pacific Islander.
Yeah, like
he's like for
Like
20%
minority.
this, 10%
yeah,
that,
and then they were
5%
like,
that.
"Oh no, like he's like mixed," and I'm like, "I'm sorry, man. I look at him and I don't see black. I see him as more Pacific Islander. He always looked like that to me. I don't, But okay, if he's got black ancestry, okay. I mean, I'm not saying that's bad. I'm not saying I have a problem with it. I'm just saying I didn't know he was black."
Oh, it's True 6. I didn't know. I didn't know he
Yeah.
won now. This is Champagne Supernova, I think, this Oasis song. But go on.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was really interested to see that they did kind of stick very closely to the book here, because this is one thing I thought that they would change for the purpose of the movie, because they basically they can't directly communicate most of the time. So he had to sit down and sort of set up this program to listen to these sort of in the book they describe it more as like musical notes that the different chords and stuff that this rock alien can make, and then that he sets up a way to translate that using the computer and listening to it and whatever. So that was interesting that they left that element in. It does have some amusing bits and pieces that happen in the story. So I like that they left that in. And I'm actually really happy with the way that they represented the actual character too. I imagined him a little bit different from the books, but the representation here is solid. And I'm glad to know, I think they have been working really closely with Andy Weir in actually making the film. So it's not the same.
The thing is that it seems good on the surface, but I kind of worry. I don't know. Like Ryan Gosling, he doesn't always deliver, in my opinion. And
Yeah,
the
casting of Ryan Gosling was not who I would have had in mind.
And Lord
for
and Miller, I don't know what I think of them either. I mean, they're not the
Yeah.
worst, but I don't know.
No, they're not. They're not the worst.
They're not the
I
worst.
do.
That's what I can say about all of this. He's not the worst. They're not the worst. But I wish there was something a bit more exciting than, man, he's not the worst.
Yeah, he's been growing on me. I hated him for a long time, but like each time he ends up in something, I think he's getting better as an actor.
Finally, after all these years, he
Yeah.
learned how to act.
Yeah.
Six gave me this article to share, and thank you, Six. I appreciate it. So it says that Dwayne Johnson to be honored by the American Black Film Festival honors. So I guess that's what she was referring to. Yeah, it's fine. I don't really. He can get whatever he like, whatever award he wants.
Me too.
Me too. You're yawning or what?
Yawning. I was up early.
Yeah, I understand.
Me
I think in
too.
a few minutes, I don't know. Is there anything else that we missed?
No, I don't think so, man. Yeah, I think if we're all kind of dragging, I think maybe we can call it.
No, I will say
a
this. I guess they're making.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch this show, Outlander?
Oh, my wife and mother did.
Okay, so I knew nothing about this show. And then, once years ago, I was looking for something to watch. I don't know how I ran into this. And maybe I read a little blurb about it, and it said it was like a nurse that's traveling through time. And I thought, well, that's kind of cool. She's traveling through time. Let's see what she's doing.
It's not Quantum Leap, man.
No, it's not Quantum Leap. I watched it, and I think that the first season, there were enough things about it that I could somehow get through. But with every episode, I felt like this was a very womany show. That it was like written by a woman, made by a woman to speak to women. And with every episode, it made me feel uncomfortable until there was just... there were some things that happened, and I looked at it and I said, that's it, I'm out. Like, I can't... I like time travel. It's not a bad production. I don't hate the cast, and the idea of like time travel, I really like it. But man, it's like they begged me to stop watching it. There's one thing that happens that it annoyed me so much that they start bringing stuff that's like, there's no way I can say this without sounding douchey, but they brought in a situation with men, if you understand what I mean. That felt like it was completely out of place, and they're just like shoving in weird crap, and I'm just like, okay, I'm out. Like this, you had everything. You could have done it, but I think later I read that these things, it was built on some lady that wrote books, and the lady, she wanted to cater to other ladies who I guess like this kind of men that are fond of men or something. I don't know. I have no idea what to tell you, but this thing, it had potential, but at the end it kind of sucks. And this is like a spin-off. They're like made 70 seasons. I guess women like watching it. I guess there's an audience that likes to watch this shit. Sorry, Sean. Has anybody ever watched it, or am I the only person ever watched this crap?
Oh, I had no interest in it. Even though it was originally produced by Ron Moore, who I really do like. He's the one that made the reboot of Battlestar Galactica, which was really stellar.
Right, yeah, I know the name. And wasn't he also in TNG or one of those things?
Yes, he did. He worked on several different
so really, I'm telling you that if you watch the first few episodes, you may accidentally think that this is a pleasant show to watch. It's just that if you stay with it more and more, you get that feeling that you know that you're being swindled. So, really a shame.
Yeah. I originally, I remember when this was launching, I think it was on Showtime. Was it on Showtime?
Loves time travel. I love time travel
and then
too.
I was like, oh, the time travel, and they go back to like Scotland or something like that. Oh, interesting, whatever. And then like I read a little bit more about it. They were like, oh, it's a bodice ripper. No thanks. I'm out.
Six says some women enjoy watching it. I don't know. There must be some because they keep making more and more of it, and now they're making spinoffs. It's like it's been going on for years. So
Granola Grins comment makes me laugh.
Well, what is it?
Doesn't matter where you travel in time, but stuff Oh, I lost it.
Oh, here
Doesn't
it is.
matter where you
matter,
travel
John.
in time.
Butt stuff
Butt
is
stuff
butt
is butt
stuff.
stuff.
I suppose that's true. In any
Oh,
case, I think that if we don't have anything pressing, then
no,
maybe it's
I don't think we've got anything
been a
else
long day for
pressing
us.
tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are famous now. I clicked Robot Head stream because I've never seen him stream, and you guys were just there, and I was like, ah.
Woo!
Well, it's been an interesting day for sure.
Yeah.
And,
let's see here.
And with all that being said, I love that we were here on the Night Owl, and
Yes.
you know the people that we like to hang out with are here.
Another Predator.
And that Sean was able to make it today. I feel like it's cool that you were here, Sean. It was kind of a unique day, and I'm happy that you were able to be here.
It's always nice to show up, and you're so happy. It makes me feel good about myself. Like, Sean's here, and he can laugh.
He's here. We have someone to entertain and to apologize to when we swear.
We genuinely are happy when you show up, but it's true. It's like it's an event.
I feel like all I do is work, so I'm like half out of it when you guys are talking about stuff. I'm like, I'm here to just ask awkward questions and make dumb comments.
It's exactly what's needed here.
All right. Well, we're ready to give some shout outs and then we can be on our way.
I think that sounds like a plan, Professor.
Well, I got bad news for you. We don't have regular handles over on YouTube anymore, at least not from where I'm sitting. So
okay.
We've moved over to nothing but these at.
Thank you, Birdhouse. It was a very nice comment. He said he loves the Night Owl. That's very nice of you. Thank you.
I appreciate it. If you would like, here's the Rumble names.
Empress NM, Elizabeth Quince, Bingo Hazmat, Loyish, Birdhouse Blues, Citizen 42, Sal the Hamster, Dude Bro Set 420, Cool Mikey.
All right. And
Thanks
then
for being here, Sean and Professor Price, I acknowledge that you were also on the stream. Thank you. I'm always happy to see you here. I really like Six, and I'm always happy to see her.
Yep. Let's see. We had Reverend Norman Bates, Inku, Marks S47, Awesome 142, Kelly Hans, Mr. Zirillo, Marla Sharondoff, Whalem 03, El Morbius 9231, Tex Rogers, James Caserta, Empress NM, Istophobos, Jonathan Conroy, Mary White, Granola Gren, Arturo Alejandro Trevino, Darren M, the real Sean Crummell. Imagine that.
Sounds familiar.
K Roberts 8866, David Costin, E Clay Thomason, Tomahawk 511, 6, Tim Hayes, and Caleb Levine, Badfoot, Zunar J5, Stephen Mack, Jason Webster, and the Dead Man. So thank you all for hanging out with us this evening. Yeah, there's a few names in there I could translate out into the handles that we know. I've gotten to know around here for a while, and then there's a few of them that I'm like, I don't know.
Well, do whatever you don't know, just say what the handle is.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I did. Yeah. All right.
All right. So if there's anything anybody wants to plug, you can do it.
We did get a lovely gift from Six, if you want to show that before we go.
It's probably like a poop sticker or something.
It is not. You'll be shocked to find that it is not, in fact,
it's like sticker. A piece of cherry pie or something. Oh, wow. Six. Hold on one second. Let me... I'm trying to find a way to highlight it. Okay. I've never actually seen this Six. This is something that I usually don't see. Hold on. Okay. I'm just pulling this up. Now, screenshot here. So we have from 6 a $10. I guess it's a sticker with a bear giving me a heart. I guess. Is it a cat or a bear? I'm not sure,
It's a
Professor.
dog.
Yeah, it's a corgi,
dog?
isn't it?
It's a corgi or
It's a cute creature that's giving me a heart, and it's a $10 sticker, I guess, that does this. This is very, very nice of you, 6. I hope that sometime. I know that at night you usually work or you don't really have time, but if it's sometime you do have time, you should join us. You should hang out with us. I feel like I haven't been on a stream with you in a while, and if you ever do have the time and you're around when we're doing it, just tell me in a DM, and of course, it would be nice to hang out if it ever works out. No pressure.
Yeah.
Now it's starting to sound desperate. Please like me.
Please show up. Yeah. I only make you guys.
Oh, that is
Raspberry Pi.
Yeah, Raspberry Pi. Yeah.
It's a
6's
dog
other
smelling-
suggestion is much less pleasant.
It's a dog smelling his enlarged and inflamed scrotum. Maybe.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank
In
you,
any
Seth.
case, it's a really generous gift, and we're very, very thankful. And thank you for doing that. And just really enjoy hanging out with everybody here. It's been a really interesting day with a lot of events, and I just feel like it all kind of wrapped up in the best possible way, including with Sean's arrival. Like, you came on the right day to be here.
I was actually planning for it because it seemed like the schedule was going to work out, and then I was so tired I was debating even coming.
She says, if I'm not working, I'm usually having a fucking meltdown. Sorry, Sean. That's funny. Why don't you have a Sorry, Sean merch? You know what? That's a pretty good idea. That is a pretty good idea.
Got to put our stamp on it. Yeah. Yeah.
That may actually happen.
Yeah.
People will just walk around with it. It'll say like "Sorry, Sean." Nobody will know what that means.
And I'll be like, "Where's my money?"
So people are saying goodbye to you, goodbye to us, and it's great. If there's anything, any Professor, you want to plug something, say anything?
Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, everyone. Appreciate it. And I will be at least part of the evening tomorrow night on B-roll stage for B-sides. I got something that's running late tomorrow night, so I won't be joining them for the movie, but I'm going to hop in a little bit later and play some games, hang out later in the evening. And then next week, guys, I am not going to be here. Price is going to be looking for some fillers next week because unfortunately this year the Thanksgiving travel is going to be rather extended for my family, so I'm going to be gone pretty much all week long, and so since I'll be on the road, I'm not going to have any of my gear or anything to really hop in, and probably not even going to be able to join. Maybe Thanksgiving evening I could hop on with a crappy mic for a bit to say hi, but that's all I could do. But yeah, unfortunately, probably not going to be around next week. But I'll be back as in the following week, and so
that's quitter talk.
I may come hang out in the chat if I have the opportunity, though. So it's great seeing you all this week, and be nice to Price while I'm gone.
All right. Well, this was great, and now we're gonna be on our way. We'll see you guys. Today is, I guess, Thursday, so we'll see you guys here on Tuesday on the Night Owl.
Take care.
Bye.